1. Stop talking for 10 seconds.
You know, I don't know half of you as half as I should like, and I like less than half of you half as well as you deserve. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Thinking Box Podcast. My name is Kyle.
My name is Sophie. The others can introduce themselves.
I am Aragorn, son of Arathor. This is Gimli, son of Gloin, and Legolas of the Woodland Realm. We are friends of Rohan, and I'll stop there.
Legolas is the worst character in the first Lord.
Hey guys, it's your boy Mo.
It's the guy.
I was gonna say the actual thing, the video. Skinny,
Wow, that was perhaps.
I wish I didn't stop him. I'm sad now.
All right, well, we got a lot of things to talk about because we do not have a very consistent schedule.
Nope.
Some of us graduated.
Amen.
We're just exhausted already.
Yeah, Sophie and Mohammad are now graduates. Isn't that crazy?
They're adults now. Disgusting.
We're fed up with you kids.
Oh yeah, at the graduation, we didn't get our diplomas. We had to go back to school the next day to get them.
You guys posted.
Yeah, that was the case. I didn't want to go back to school, but oh well.
Damn.
I got my diploma. I'm home now, and yeah, we got a lot of things to talk about. We're gonna do Marvel, then DC, then some movie news. Yeah,
because we got TV shit too.
Yeah, we're gonna save a very special thing for Marvel for the last. I think all of us know what we're gonna be moaning about.
Now, what are you talking about? Was there a trailer or something? I don't know.
I don't know. I think
Oscar Isaac took a picture in the Moon Knight set. That's what he's talking about.
Cool. Cool.
Yeah. Speaking of Moon Knight, we have our confirmation that Oscar Isaac is Moon Knight.
We've had that for a while.
Well, no, it's been like discussions. It was like confirmed by like.
Well, I mean, to be fair, I mean it's technically been rumored, but on like calls for like I forget it was WandaVision, Falcon Winter Soldier. Whenever someone mentioned Moon Knight, Feige just started nodding his head, and I guess I don't know. Like we knew for a while, like they didn't specifically come out and say it. They didn't post about it or anything. They didn't like Disney didn't talk about it. But then Marvel posted a picture of Oscar Isaac with Moon Knight in the background.
Not even on the Disney Investor Day, they said, "Oh yeah, Oscar Isaac is Moon Knight."
They passively mentioned Moon Knight and didn't even like say anything like of note about it. Like, yeah, Moon Knight exists. Anyway,
the disrespect. But yeah,
the disrespect is what Grace Randolph said about Moon Knight. No, that was
oh my god.
What'd she say?
So today, somebody asked Grace who was Moon Knight, and this is what she said. And let me pull it up real quick. But I was baffled. She said he's sort of like Egyptian Batman. He has some mental health issues.
God damn. Okay, there's a lot to unpack there.
First of all,
the character's not even Egyptian.
Exactly.
He's Jewish.
Exactly. And Batman and Moon Knight are like black and white, literally. Moon Knight,
completely different characters.
Batman has morals and does not kill or use guns when you can. And then, well,
we're not talking about Batfleck. Okay, we're not talking about Batfleck.
Don't dig too deep into it. What you said is right on surface level.
I'm talking about like Moon Knight in terms of guns. He has used guns before.
The thing with Moon Knight is like he's not gonna like carry a gun, but like if he like finds one on the floor, he's not above using it.
Pretty much. And then like the thing is with Batman is that like, well, he has mental health issues. I mean, he just needs to seek therapy.
Yeah, it's just.
But he doesn't have like.
It's debate.
Yeah.
Like the big stuff here's my biggest issue with that statement. I hate because this is happening for the longest time. I hate that now when that not just now, but just in general, whenever we have a dark character who prowls the night, who's a vigilante, we have to be like, oh, he's Batman, but something like, ooh, Daredevil's Batman, but blind. I'm like, guys, they're their own character. They have separate origins and separate morals and separate story arcs.
But Trey, the character who's sneaky is Batman.
I'm sorry,
Whoop-de-doo. But yeah. And then there was okay, and then today I promised I would never get into like Twitter fights, but this time I had to. There was like this one guy who's like, I'm a big Marvel and DC fan, and I read Moon Knight comics, and he's pretty much like Batman.
No.
I was like,
My
you
man
have to
has not read
be
a Moon Knight comic.
If people who think that are the people who only look at the pictures.
the panel. Yeah.
It's not how it works.
Yeah, and then with the casting, they got Ethan Hawke. They didn't confirm, like double confirm who if he's in the show, but we don't know who the antagonist is gonna be.
Moon Knight doesn't really have that many antagonists.
He really doesn't. So I wouldn't be surprised if like Marvel like takes someone else's like antagonist and just gives it to Moon Knight in the show.
Kind of like what they did with Ant-Man.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
But with the show, what do you guys hope to see in the show?
Good representation of DID, like actual research done into it.
Mm.
There's a really bad stereotype going around that people with DID have the bad one or the third persona, and that's really destructive because like they don't. Like most people with DID are like normal people.
Split.
Yeah, exactly. Split.
Yeah.
I hate the movie Split just because of what it did for that community.
Yeah. What about you, Trey?
Well, from what Feige's been saying, an Indiana Jones style adventure that dives into mental health, that sounds interesting. I want to see that. And also, like, I don't really remember who the showrunners and writers are, but the thing that we've seen from, what Feige and Marvel are letting these guys do is that they're letting them do what they want. Because we saw what they did back in Winter Soldier. We saw what we did in WandaVision. I think if the showrunners have a clear goal in mind, we will see that goal represented.
All right. What about you, Sophie?
Again, I don't know enough about Marvel to have an opinion or as characters.
All right, fair enough. Well, for me, I'd say what Kyle said, but this time I hope they take they do somewhere like Netflix where they dedicate a whole episode just for a certain thing, like Daredevil season 1. There was an episode of like, what do you call it? It was like a flashback of Matt and Foggy in law school.
Oh, that one made me cry.
Yeah, did they do the same thing for season 2? As far as I'm concerned,
they did it in season 3, but it was about Karen Page.
Yeah, so just like dedicate a whole episode of just Mark and his mental illness.
I could imagine that they did it with Wanda, so I mean,
Yeah.
I could definitely imagine that.
It's definitely possible.
Yeah, so there's that. I'm hoping they don't screw this up.
It just, it depends on how they do the show. Because Falcon Winter Soldier, it was a 6-hour movie. Without WandaVision, that was more of, a show based.
Yeah,
It depends on what they do.
yeah.
I don't really want the 6-hour movie with Moon Knight. I kind of do like a TV show having distinct episodes because I don't want Marvel to start using TV as just an excuse for the long movies. Because long movies that are released weekly, like if you're just gonna make a long movie, release it all at once. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because if you release it like weekly, that messes with the structure and the story is lessened. Yeah. It didn't really happen that badly with Falcon Winter Soldier, but there were some notable instances where I was like, man, the next episode. It's not like I can't wait for the next episode. It's like I really feel like I should already have the next episode.
Like it won't be like it won't age well.
Yes.
Right. And what I say to that is that yes, we should. I don't want them to stop doing the 6-hour movie trope because then we get more character, we get more depth, we get the ability to hold on to a shot moment.
You could still get that with the episodic thing.
Yes,
that doesn't take away that at all.
Right, but like Falcon Winter Soldier, I don't really see that as being able to, fit the show premise. I do think they should have the ability to release these episodes all at once, but I don't want them to stop doing the 6-hour movie trope. But I still also want them to do a television, episodic trope because I expect them to do the television episodic trope with Loki.
I just think the whole 6-hour movie thing makes stories worse. Like if you want to make a movie,
I completely disagree.
I just think if you're going to release it weekly, it makes it worse. If you give me the option just to watch it all at once from the beginning.
Weekly, yes. But the idea of 6-hour movies is a great idea because, like I said before, the issue with Endgame was it was long. It but we at the same time we needed a little bit more for everyone to get behind
You're
it.
going
And that's
to-
why we're doing this.
If you want to make something 6 hours long, you need to format it to fit that. Falcon Winter Soldier just kind of felt like a stretched out 2-hour movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but the stretched out 2-hour movie had some depth to it that
Yes,
I
it did.
needed.
Yes, it did. But it's not
There
depth
wasn't.
in just 2 hours. They could have just done a 2.5-hour regular movie, and we got the same.
I completely disagree.
TV is supposed to offer new opportunities, and if you're just gonna do what you're doing with the movies, there's no point to just doing TV shows then.
Well, look, I see where both sides are coming from. I mean, with you, Kyle, you're not very too keen on 6-hour movies, and
I love movies. I just like TV more.
no, I'm not. Well, when it comes to like shows acting like 6-hour long movies, you know, if that were to be the case, you might as well make Falcon Winter Soldier a movie. Exactly. I could see that, and then juxtaposed to WandaVision, and then I could see where Trey is coming from and saying, you can do a lot of things and all that. So I guess. I don't know. It depends on your preference. If you're all about 6-hour long movies, then go for it. But if that's not the case,
you can get the same amount of emotional depth from a correctly formatted TV show.
I don't think so. I can't pick out something in Falcon Winter Soldier that could be cut out. I don't want them to squish like Bucky's whole emotional arc into 5 minutes of screen time. They stretched it out and it was great. I don't see anything in Falcon Winter Soldier like they cut to fit a 2.5 hour movie.
But pretty much everything can be condensed. Like the pacing wasn't amazing in Falcon Winter Soldier. Everything felt just a little too long. A part of writing a TV show is knowing when to cut. Like, look, just the Martin Scorsese quote: "Cinema is what you show is just as important as what you show on screen as what you leave off screen." So there's a lot of things that could have been like done it shorter. You know what I mean? It could have worked as a movie juxtaposed to a TV show.
It works better as a show, but here's the thing with that Marty line. Listen, Marty's right, but Marty also, averages like almost 3 hours of screen time.
Yeah, no, he doesn't pay attention to his own quote. All right, let's move on to the next bit of Marvel news.
We have Aaron Taylor Johnson playing as Kraven.
Can I just say real quick? Quicksilver Gang, why the fuck up?
I gotta say, I did not see this coming.
That was good. I think this casting is fine. Like, it's not like, oh my god, this is perfect, but it still fits.
My couple, I wouldn't say takeaways, and my thoughts on here is that one, we saw, who they approached, and I'm very glad because Warner Brothers, take notes, please. They don't care about race. They didn't care about age. We had Johnny B. Washington, we had Brad Pitt, we had which I'm very glad Brad Pitt was not cast. I would have been way more worried if it was Brad Pitt.
Yeah, I feel like any of those actors could have turned in a good, what's his name, Kraven. But also my thing is, I don't want a Kraven movie. I think there are characters you need to keep as antagonists. Kraven was made to be an antagonist. So if you put him in the protagonist role, I don't know if there's enough to drive his own story.
Kyle, I remember like a couple of years back, there was an interview and they said that Spider-Man's going to be in this movie, but it's going to be a different one.
Really?
Yeah.
Different Spider-Man than
I saw that quote come back and
I don't believe that at all.
Are they gonna bring in like the old Spider-Man, like one of them, or like
they're probably gonna have a newer one?
If this is how we get Garfield back, it's gonna be a little funny.
That would be cool. No, that would be so cool.
Honestly, that could really work. Bring back Andrew Garfield for like another rebound.
Give this man another chance. He was such a good choice for Spider-Man.
He did nothing wrong.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. He did nothing wrong. He's a fantastic actor. That has been proven on several occasions. It's just Avi Arad and his, interfering ass needs to stop.
The lawyer up scene in Social Network has acted so well. This man could have done such an amazing adult.
I'm sorry, my product at the cleaters, along with my hoodie, my fuck you flip-flops.
That's legitimately one of my most quoted. That's one of my most quoted movie lines of all time because of how funny it is.
Beautiful. I love him. He should have been. He was a great Spider-Man. It's just Avi Arad.
Yeah, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if Spider-Man No Way Home, there's a moment where I feel like with Andrew, he kind of like quits being Spider-Man early on, and then Tom's like, "Bro, you should continue being Spider-Man." And at the
Please
end,
don't.
Andrew Garfield's like,
No,
"You
no,
know
no,
what?
no, no, no.
Maybe I will."
No. Please, for the love of God, do not do that. If you are going to tell me that Garfield, so here's what that timeline view. So at the end of Spider-Man 2, okay, Gwen dies, he retires, he comes back. Off screen, he retires and he comes back in No Way Home. That's
I
no,
think if any Spider-Man was
no.
gonna probably be Toby.
Yeah,
Like I know
It would be Toby. It should be Toby.
the Toby fans would be up in arms though. They like torches and pitchforks aplenty.
I wouldn't say that. If
Yes,
it
they
made
would.
sense, then yes. But at the same time, you know, Toby
Toby's
The
fans.
like
point of
old.
Spider-Man is his tenacity. So if he gave up that tenacity, I feel like Toby fans would cry. Like,
See,
a
like
huge-
Toby's like pretty old, and when you're gonna like just, I mean, I could see maybe Toby, not the Toby Spider-Man, not being Spider-Man anymore, and he's married to MJ.
yeah.
He has kids, and all of a sudden, bam. Or
He has a kid
maybe,
named Dick Parker.
or maybe Tom Holland's Spider-Man goes into these different universes. Universi. I don't know. But yeah, and then he stumbles across Peter, Toby Peter, Andrew Peter, and
How would you
stuff.
guys feel if Tobey Maguire, like Spider-Man, was training Miles Morales?
I'd
That,
be okay with it.
yeah, I mean, I'm fine with it.
Feels like a pretty.
Yeah.
That feels like a pretty straightforward, like easy continuation for his story.
Yeah,
Like,
but then it would be like Into Spiders without the Spider-Verse.
Literally, yeah.
If Toby Spider-Man is going to willingly train Miles, I'll be okay with that because it's going to feel different. The way Peter B. Parker trained Miles, that he didn't want to train him, it just went out that way. If
Well, yeah,
Toby,
'cause-
takes on
well,
like a leadership Captain America role, it will feel different, and I'll be okay with that.
One thing. Wait, I forgot what I was gonna say. Hang on. Oh, yeah, one thing I saw on Twitter that I'd really like is if Andrew Garfield Spider-Man got stranded in the Marvel universe and he became Kane, the black and red clone Spider-Man, like that he took on that identity. I think it'd be pretty, like the Scarlet Spider identity.
Oh, Scarlet Spider. Okay.
Yeah, like that black and red Kane.
Yeah. No, I see.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be cool? Because that'd be a cool way to give him another chance without just doing Amazing Spider-Man 3, which no.
And then next thing you know it, Sony's gonna backstab all of us and give us the Clone Saga.
Please no.
Could you imagine Garfield
I would
Spider-Man with
say
the Clone
that.
Saga?
You know what? If any Spider-Man series would do it, it would be the Toby ones. I feel Sam Raimi.
That'd be the best case scenario, but I just have just in the back of my head, I could definitely see if Garfield's universe continued, that Clone Saga would be the worst thing I'd ever see in my life.
And I would love every second of it.
You know damn well Sony's is planning out a Clone Saga movie as we speak.
Well, yeah. What's better than one Tom Holland, two Tom Hollands?
One more day.
What's better than
Don't
one
even
Tom
say
Holland?
those-
Blonde Tom Holland.
You know what, Kyle? You should pray that we never see each other again. Because if we ever do, I'm gonna go into my trunk and I'm gonna give you a graphic. No, I'm gonna give you the copy of Spider-Man One More Day.
Oh my God.
I would cry.
That's worse than what
Try.
I said.
No, we're not gonna duke it out. I will mentally destroy him.
I will end this mental horror.
Bam, and then I will give photographs of Batman holding a gun to Trey.
Okay. Anyway,
Listen.
how do you guys feel?
Batman,
How do you guys feel about-
Earth 1, what was it the year
The
2?
Earth one was dope.
The Batman Frank Miller, the one where he's like, I'm the
Listen,
goddamn Batman.
If you give me All-Star Batman or Robin, I will burn it.
Yeah, that was the one. I
Are
will
you
mentally.
dense? Are you R-worded? Like that line. It's so funny, but it's really, really bad.
I don't understand how Frank Miller can write the 1 to 2 best Batman comics and the 2 worst. How does he so understand Batman but not understand him at the same time? It's so odd.
It's
Let's
kind
be-
of like Zack Snyder. He doesn't really look too surface level, except when he does.
Let's be
Yeah,
real.
but
I
except
think
I have defended Frank Miller's storytelling in Dark Knight Returns to whatever Snyder said about, what he read. And, then I look at All-Star Batman and Robin, Dark Knight Strikes Again, and I'm like, if those are the books he read, I'd understand his Batman. But he's saying he read Dark Knight Returns, the definitive Batman book, the story that, shows the Batman's morals at highest, but still a little violent. But then you have chapter 3 that shows why Batman does not kill in a little bit more, less direct way. And instead of telling me Batman kills in that book, it bothers me.
Right, you're forgetting he only looked at the pictures.
That is true.
And the art for that book is so bad, it just made him hate Batman. So he just made an awful movie on purpose.
I think a lot of like Batman fans collectively agree that The Dark Knight Returns isn't as great as it was anymore. Because now I see like a lot of just like hate for that book.
Listen, I love the story. I will die on my grave saying the movie is better. I will prove this. I'll make a YouTube video essay if I need to. Okay?
Dedicate a whole episode. Dedicate a whole episode.
I'll do it. You give me the opportunity. I will go frame by frame.
This is your opportunity.
The Returns movie is superior.
No,
it's not light years away, but I still think it to be better.
We're not gonna do it now, but sometime in the future.
Yes, we'll give you that episode.
I'll do it. I'll also tell you the real best Superman movie of all time. The real best Superman movie.
Superman 4.
No, it's animated, and no one talks about it, and it makes me mad. No one talks about it.
Is it
Superman Man of Tomorrow?
Nope.
No, Man of Tomorrow.
You can name off so many Superman movies. I guarantee you will not guess it.
No
one talks about it.
Is it Unbound?
No.
Death of Superman.
Nope.
Superman Doomsday.
Reign of the Superman.
No.
That's technically not a Superman movie.
Black Adam versus Superman.
No.
Batman, Superman, Public Enemies.
No, I do love that movie with a passion, though.
It's a good movie.
That movie. Yeah, I love it. The scene where Bruce takes the rocket to space, and then Clark just stares down Luthor is like, "That was my best friend, and you just killed him." That's one of my favorite moments in anything ever. It's so that just when I see Batman people arguing about Batman versus Superman, I just remember that moment in Public Enemies, and like I don't want to see them fight. They're brothers, they're friends. It's just that's beautiful to me.
Weren't we supposed to talk about Craven?
I'm getting a little emotional here now.
All right,
anyway,
I got to pin down. I know he's told me this before. I just can't remember.
There's no way you guess it unless you look it up.
No,
unless you look it up.
So many animated Superman movies because he gets really good animated movies.
Yeah, I don't know why live action's so hard, but
and we'll get Superman.
Is it Superman Doomsday?
I already guessed one. Is it some bullshit like you picked an episode of the cartoon and you're just?
Is it Red Sun?
No. The
Red Sun movie's not that good. I'll die on that grave. I fell asleep during it, so I didn't get to finish the climax. But from what
I like Red Sun a little bit. I like Red Sun.
I like the book, but it doesn't really work well in movie form, in my opinion. I
like the idea of I like the characterization of this version of Superman.
But I don't like the characterization of Lois in that.
I fell asleep while watching Infinity War.
Well, you also fell asleep watching The Exorcist, so we don't care about
it. You might just have sleep apnea. Who knows?
Oh yeah, that's true. But we're still about Craven.
Hey, wait, no, I want Trey. What's the answer?
Oh my god.
I'm not gonna do it here. No, listen. You give me an episode and I'll talk about it. You give me an episode and I'll talk about it.
No, Trey, tell us the answer.
No,
Kyle. We're gonna mute Kyle if we don't continue.
Fine, continue.
Okay, Craven. Okay. Any last thoughts?
So here's my final thoughts. My main takeaways that people are already saying, "Ooh, I can't wait to see this Craven go up against Tom Holland." That's never gonna happen. That's never gonna happen.
For some reason, like it's not gonna happen. I don't know why. Why in God's
I don't know why.
The thing is,
I don't know. Maybe there's some other character that he played. I don't know.
These Sony movies are perfectly cast except for Jared Leto. But still, they're so well cast. And also, it's kind of writing out the possibility we'll see these villains in the Tom Holland movie, which sucks. Because Craven in the Tom Holland movies, god damn, that would have been great. But I guess not. I guess we'll see Mysterio for 2 more movies. Woo.
Go on that statement. I don't think.
Sorry to interrupt.
It would with Gyllenhaal. Yeah.
It's one of the only Spider-Man villains that I could see getting his own solo movie.
Oh, Mysterio?
Yes.
Oh, honestly, for real.
That would be such a cool movie.
It could be like.
There are so many ways you could take that.
Honestly, we could.
Let's have this Russian hunter guy and Venom get their own movies.
Yes.
I mean, Venom's kind of you understand Venom.
Yeah, but I don't understand.
It's the Morbius movie. That's the
Craven's one of my favorite Spider-Man villains. I don't want to see his movie. Like I'm still.
Yeah, but here's my thing. Going back to what we said about Spider-Man showing up, are they just gonna do Last Hunt, but in Kraven's perspective?
That'd be cool as an animated movie.
As an animated movie, yeah, sure, but like as a theatrically released film, are we gonna get another Spider-Man to do this?
That's something that's only for comic fans. Like the general audience would be like, what the fuck is this? What am I watching? You know?
Yeah.
Why does Kraven kill himself at the end? Come on.
Yeah, no, they wouldn't get it because you kind of have to read the comic to get the full scope of why.
And you would need like setup. You know?
Exactly. It's weird. Like, so they're probably not gonna do. Actually, they probably are gonna do Last Hunt, which would suck. Because I just want a good. God, imagine a Kraven's Last Hunt like proper adaptation.
Honestly, I feel like hadn't the Spider-Man No Way Home been
Listen. Last Hunt is the only Spider-Man story that I will allow a Spider-Man R rating for. The only one.
Oh my god, that would be amazing.
Let's be real here for a moment.
Story. I don't want to hear an R-rated Spider-Man unless it's about Last Hunt.
Yeah, okay. Bring back Tobey Maguire. Do Spider-Man 4, Kraven's Last Hunt. Bring back Sam Raimi. Dude, you got $1 billion movie just sitting in front of you and you're wasting it.
Let's be real here for a moment. Had Spider-Man No Way Home been a multiverse movie, we probably would have had the Last Hunt.
It is gonna be. Like,
yeah.
There's no doubt anymore. I don't want it to be, but you know what? We deal with the tips we've been given.
We gotta cope.
Yeah, we just gotta cope a little bit harder. All right, can we talk about the Okoye show now?
Go for it.
Sure.
I'm so excited.
I'm excited, but also cautious because how are they gonna do this? Are they gonna do her time in Wakanda? Are they gonna mention T'Challa?
They said it's gonna be an origin, so it might be a thing like.
But what does that mean?
Maybe like how she got into the Dora Milaje.
The leader.
Origin can mean a lot of things.
Yeah,
but can mean a lot of things. But like the thing is, Okoye is not a superhero identity. So when I hear origin, I think how this character became, this identity. But
yeah,
Okoye
and
then how she became so dedicated to her country. I think.
Not only that, but aren't they making like a Wakanda Disney Plus show? So are they
that's rumored.
My theory is that that's this.
Yeah, that's probably the case.
An episode.
Because when I first heard about the Okoye news, I thought it was going to be she was part of the Wakanda series that they're making.
It's probably just going to be an episode of the Wakanda series, but who knows? Black Panther was extremely successful. I can see them just doing 2 different TV shows, and I'd be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe like. Go ahead.
Yeah, my main thing is that like I don't like the idea of MCU prequels. Because I kind of understand it at this point because again, like I've said before, Marvel needs to catch up the time frame that their shows and movies are set in. So I'm kind of okay with this. But at the same time, we're in a universe where there's a lot you can pick from to go forward. I'm not the biggest fan of going back.
The thing is though, you kind of need to fill out the universe. Like, just it's only been movies for a while, so like, you kind of need to like fill in the gaps because there are a lot of gaps.
Right. Here's what I think. I think maybe this show could literally just be like Okoye just trying to like move from trying to move on, I guess. And then we can do like history lessons on Wakanda, like something like from the opening, but this time we actually see it. Like we'll see like history lessons.
Honestly, what I would like this show to be is what I think the Lando show is going to be. A present day Okoye, going through something, but remembering something in the past as well. That's what I'd like this to be, and what the Lando show is definitely going to be.
Probably.
Oh God, I forgot about the Lando show, but I'm still really excited for it. Like, every time I remember it's going to happen, I get excited again.
Yeah, because like just pick a present day Billy D. Williams remembering Donald Glover past. That
would be so
fun.
That kind of reminds me of something.
I will bet you anything. You know that girl they imply to be his daughter?
Yeah. Jana.
They're gonna the framing device is gonna be him telling her about his past.
Oh yeah, I gotta add something to the list about Star Wars. A little JJ, but go ahead.
Oh God. Yeah, we forgot to put that.
Damn, bro.
I can't wait to talk about that. I can't wait.
I'm gonna rip this man.
All right,
thank you, JJ. I'm just gonna say that. Thank you for telling us what we already know.
Yeah. Any final thoughts about Okoye and her Disney Plus show?
Looks cool.
Looks.
Yeah.
We haven't even seen a frame of it.
But cautious.
Yeah, but the
I'm
idea
intrigued,
of
but
it,
cautious.
the idea of it is cool because she's a fan. I just like when shows give depth to like the cool side.
Fan
characters.
favorite side character.
Yeah, because the
Object
favorite
draw.
side is always cool because they're badass. So giving her an actual character plus being badass, come on, that's dope.
Right.
Yeah.
So, now, the moment I've been waiting for, the moment Kyle's been waiting for. I don't know about you, Trey.
Are we
But,
saving the episode?
No. Let's just get
yeah,
this
I thought we
over
were
with.
saying this at the
Let's
end.
just
You
get
you
this
want-
over
you
with.
just- You want to
I
talk about this banger now? You want to talk about this now? We can talk about this now.
And the episode would be better because
No.
we keep people waiting because that's what most people are clicking on this episode for.
All right, let's blue ball them.
Hell yeah.
Okay, let's just talk about Star Wars.
Wait, how are
Okay.
we gonna go to DC after Marvel?
Well, there's Star Wars news apparently.
We'll just mention. This will be quick because JJ,
You're
you.
a dumbass.
Thank you for telling us how insane Lucasfilm is.
Okay,
Because we knew this already.
I think JJ just looked at all the criticism he got for the sequel trilogy and just went, guys, I came up with a completely new and original thought. What if we had a plan from the beginning? Wouldn't that be cool?
Oh my goodness! Maybe do the thing George didn't do with the original trilogy, and the original trilogy suffered because of it.
Here's the thing. When you're crafting a story, the first thing you do is have a plan. It can be a bare bones plan. It can be a skeleton plan. It's just 3 bullet points. You need to have something. You can't do a cohesive story going by the seat of your pants.
JJ, you're not Terrence Malick.
No, not even like the best writer of all time. Not even the best writer of all time can do a good trilogy just kind of winging it. You need to think this through. This isn't something you can just wing it and expect it to be amazing. You need to sit down, think this through, and then go with it. If you want to change things along the way, go for it. But you have the skeleton. It's like if... Yeah, it's just so frustrating because this could have been so easily avoided.
There's a little gray area to that because Star Wars. It's been publicized heavily. The original trilogy wasn't planned out.
But that's a big thing that it suffered from.
That's a big thing it suffered from. But also at the same time, Nolan didn't know he was going to get a third Batman movie. He knew he was going to get a second one. He didn't know he was going to get a third one.
Well, because those movies aren't super connected. The only thing from the first movie that comes back in the third is the Al Ghul's.
Yeah.
Really, the movies are connected when it services the plot.
Fair.
They can all I saw Dark Knight before I saw Batman Begins, and I wasn't like, what the hell is happening? What's a Batman? You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Yeah, well, it's like you have an understanding of the characters. Like some people who are going into the movies will have no idea what's going on.
Well, even if you go into Dark Knight not even knowing who Batman is, you're still probably going to be fine.
Yeah, I mean, well, my dad, he's not the biggest comic book fan. I mean, he grew up with Spider-Man and Superman. He's not too crazy about Batman, but he hasn't seen Batman Begins or Dark Knight Rises, but he really enjoys the Dark Knight. Same thing with my mom.
Well, because the Dark Knight's my dad, who hates all this nerd shit, he doesn't even like movies that much, but he still loves the Dark Knight.
That's because it's the greatest movie of all time. Anyway, now about the Star Wars a little bit. JJ, we knew this. I'm hesitant to say that you're just covering your own ass a little bit because this is your fault a little bit, buddy. You should have had a planned out story from the beginning. You shouldn't have just been like, okay, I'll make a movie. Next guy can worry about it. Guess what, buddy? You had to worry about it at the end. So you should probably have thought a little bit about it from the beginning where you teased Rey's parents.
Well, here's the thing. JJ wasn't supposed to direct the 9th Star Wars movie. It was supposed to be Colin Trevorrow.
He wasn't. It was supposed to be him, but he ended up doing it. And you know what? If he knew he was going to, he probably would have planned it out a little bit, and he should have done that from the very beginning.
Here's what I think. After the mixed results with The Last Jedi, I think Disney was in a spiral, and they were like, we need JJ back. And so they did, and since at the time, it was probably too late because they didn't want to delay the movie and have the movie out. he was in a rush and just had to throw something out.
Yeah, that it's very publicized that's definitely good because you could tell from the way Rise of Skywalker is written because like there is no possible way that Palpatine was Rey's grandfather from the beginning. There is no possible way.
They did it for the fans. Well, not really,
They
but
didn't do it for they did it so they could please both the people who hated and loved Last Jedi. When you shouldn't, don't make a movie about fan service. Okay, fan service moments that can be cool when they're earned, but this.
I feel like it was used for like shock value.
It really always is like, oh guys, remember when because like listen, I blame Ryan Johnson for this too. He should have had input when he made Rey's parents nobody, and that was a very interesting idea. He just abandoned I wouldn't say he let someone else do the sequel when he set up so much else to this world, this galaxy rather.
See,
and he just let someone else do it. It's not a good idea to let 3 directors do your 3 movie. Like imagine if there was Lord of the Rings and you had 3 different directors. The movies would suffer.
Right. But yeah. So would you entirely say it was JJ's fault, or would you want to say it's Disney's fault because
it's not one person's fault. It takes like a million people to make a movie.
It's just listen. This is not mainly JJ. It's a part of JJ's fault. It's part of Ryan Johnson's fault. But this is mainly Disney's fault. They should have figured out from the beginning. If we're gonna bring back Star Wars, we need a full plan, not a half-assed bullet point script page.
Right.
Mm-hmm. I'm just so frustrated because this feels so simple. Like I understand hindsight's 20/20. Everything looks simple in the past, but it's just these are professional writers, and they're like, what if we just kind of winged it? Yeah, with the biggest film franchise in the world. Yeah, that'll work out.
Listen, the prequels sucked, but at least they had a plan. At least George had, he knew what he was going to do from the beginning.
And you could tell the prequels had a plan because things that happen in episode 1 come back in episode 3. Like there's actual consequences. In the sequel, nothing feels like it has consequence. Oh, Starkiller Base just got destroyed? Sucks. Anyway, look at these TIE fighters. Like, see? It's just... Ugh. I defend the sequel trilogy. I defend the sequel trilogy a lot. I can acknowledge when something is really bad.
Yeah.
Candle bite.
That's killer bullshit.
Also, Last Jedi is great. Fuck you. Anyway, moving on.
Hey, well, no.
Last Jedi's mid as hell.
It's amazing ideas, confusing execution, but there's also a lot of really good execution. Luke Skywalker's arc is probably his best.
It's beautiful. It's amazing. Shut up, Twitter.
Like Luke Skywalker's arc might be his best arc in the entire series. I will fight.
It's by far his third.
I would definitely say it's his best, or probably second best, because I really like him in Return of the Jedi.
Jedi, I'd say is best, but it's when like for example, Battlefront 2. I loved him Battlefront 2 because that's how I feel like we should be seeing Luke Skywalker. The perfect Jedi, which makes Last Jedi so much better because we see perfect Jedi go from depressed Jedi.
Exactly.
It makes sense.
Man, sad. But yeah. So any thoughts? No thoughts, only pain.
But listen, Lucasfilm, take Yoda's advice. The greatest teacher failure is learn from your mistakes, please.
Yeah. Anyways, there was one more of the news I forgot to talk about. I mean, it's not news, but Emily Blunt wants out of Fantastic Four.
Well,
she's never in it. People just want her to be in it.
Yeah.
Honestly, I was never too big on her as Invisible Woman. I think people are just casting her because her and John Krasinski are married. So, married couple actually playing a married couple, that, people just kind of like that concept. And she wouldn't be bad. Good. I don't want someone who's not passionate about a role to be playing that role.
Didn't we discuss this last episode?
I think we did.
No, we definitely
did.
Kyle's saying that just like, wait a minute, we totally talked about this, didn't we?
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I just got the I think we all like collectively got a flashback of last week.
Yeah, we don't need to
Wow.
talk about this again. We've already discussed it.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Whoops.
Moving on to DC.
Finally, okay.
Okay.
So first,
You guys talk about the
DC
CW.
news.
I'm gonna mute myself and then come back.
I will also mute myself for this.
Okay.
I guess I'll say.
So first news is about the Flash. It was announced last episode. Barry and Iris wanted to start a family. When Barry mentioned he wanted to start a family, and Iris said, "Okay." Barry said, "I love the impulse reference." Because in the show he's gonna be their son instead of grandson.
It's so on the nose. It's so on the nose. Like,
But it's
I'm sorry.
so funny.
Like a soap opera show, but have a little subtlety for God's sake. All right, I'm gonna go back to being muted.
But it's so. I don't know if I love or hate that writing, but it's so funny that I kind of love it.
Yeah, I just love it so much because it's like a direct reference, meaning they are gonna bring this character in. Like we already know it, but it's just like sooner rather than later. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's gonna be like 5 episodes from now that they're gonna introduce Impulse, and we're gonna see XS again. She's gonna be in the show for at least a couple episodes, not just the 150th episode that Impulse is gonna be in. And also, it was announced that they're not twins. I was hoping they would be because tornado twins, but
Yeah.
Now moving on to Superman and Lois. Again, spoiler. They revealed the identity of Captain Luthor the Stranger to be John Henry Irons, aka Steel.
Which now we have 2 Steels in the CW.
Yeah, and the thing is, on his Earth, instead of Natasha being his niece, Natasha is his daughter with Lois Lane.
Wait a minute.
Because he's married to Lois Lane on his Earth.
Yeah.
So.
Which him being Steel, I'm not completely. It doesn't really matter. It just feels like something that this doesn't really mean a lot.
Yeah, because most people don't know who he is.
It's not that. It's just so that it just seems like unnecessary. Like you didn't need to make him Steel.
Yeah, because Steel isn't really like evil. You're making him evil for this.
Well, but at the same time, his motive, like I like him. I like this character because he's such a compelling villain. On his world, he loves his life. He has a wife. He has a daughter. But this god creature comes down and scorches his planet. Then he goes to a different world where this alien, this destructor, is shown as a savior who has his life, who has his family. That's very powerful, and that's why I love this show.
Yeah. But I think Natasha's also called Natalie or something on CW. Like, change the name just slightly. I don't know, that sort of annoyed me. But also Jordan, I don't know, he's pissing me off right now. Because, he refuses to accept his father's help.
Like, I haven't been keeping up with the show as much as I'd like to, most because, you call me lazy, but I find it difficult to, switch my PlayStation HDMI for my cable HDMI. Call me lazy, whatever. But anyway, I don't know, continue.
So, basically, can I spoil it? Do you care?
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay, so Jordan Cat, at the end of the episode before last, he starts, his super hearing kicks in, and it causes these super painful headaches and migraines. So Clark takes him to the Fortress of Solitude, and Jor-El basically tells him each time he's, the super hearing, he's gonna feel pain until he learns to control it.
Okay, listen, here's my thing with that. Clark, I understand Fortress of Solitude is the only place you can go, but the last time he went there, Jor-El said my man wouldn't have powers. He lied.
Yeah. He said it was not really, it was unlikely for him to have powers, but I don't know.
But, he should have, said, okay, on the off chance he does have powers, might want to do such and such.
Yeah, and I also think he's having a different reaction to his powers, because obviously he's half human.
Mm-hmm.
So his body isn't adjusting as well to the powers as it would to a
Well, it's
full
not just that, but
Kryptonian.
Clark had his powers, early in his life. But Jordan,
Yeah.
he's 14 and teenage angst, mental health. He's going through a lot, which is again why I love this show. It makes
There was
these superhumans human.
There was this funny scene. So Jordan was wearing these noise canceling headphones to help control the super hearing till he actually learned how to use it properly. And Clark is trying to get his attention, so he blows just like a little breath of freeze breath in Jordan's face, and it just wakes him up. It's so funny.
Wow.
It was funny to me, but yeah, like I want Jonathan to get powers. I really do, but I
just
feel like
I don't know. I haven't been, like I said, I haven't catching up, but I still just think he doesn't need them. I feel like his purpose in the show has been shown, and I just don't think he requires powers to, build on his character. I think my main fear if he would have powers that it might weaken his character, because from what I've shown, he's like, he's the lowest of the brothers. He doesn't have powers, but he uses his other abilities and his mind to, get what needs to be done. He helps his brother. He loves his brother. He wants to, help his brother, accomplish, learning how to use his powers without having powers.
Yeah. I don't know, because he's gone through like so much and is like always looking out for his brother, and I want his brother I want them to look out for each other, not just Jonathan looking out for Jordan.
Fair. That would be good. Listen, if they give Jonathan powers, for the first time in a long time, I trust these writers with Superman. So they can do what they want. I trust them. They haven't disappointed me yet.
Okay, if he does get powers, though, I want him to start off with different powers than Jordan started out with. Like, him start out with X-ray vision or flight or something.
I feel like
different.
Flight's a little too early for both of them. Like, when we see Superman fly, it always has to be earned. Like, that's another issue I have with Man of Steel. It's like, that flying scene, it works if you just think about it in a certain different way. It just doesn't feel as earned as much as it should be. But like in other stuff, like in Smallville or in Superman 78, when he flies, it's earned.
Okay, the only reason he earned it in Smallville is because the actor didn't want to do the flying scenes beforehand, so he only did one scene flying, and it was in the finale.
Yeah, but he flew with the suit. It was beautiful.
He didn't wear the suit.
Yeah. What?
Let's be honest. He didn't wear the suit. It was just they used CGI, or they just had his back turned to the camera.
Mm.
Like, I don't know. I want Jonathan to at least get super speed or something. One of the powers that Jordan doesn't have yet. So they're both experiencing different things.
Right.
So, yeah. We also learned that Leslie Lar is not a true Kryptonian. She was just the one who reacted best to the powers given to her by the X-Kryptonite. Oh, have you gotten to the X-Kryptonite yet?
No.
Sorry if that's a spoiler.
It's fine. Is this Supergirl or is this Superman and Lois?
Superman and Lois.
Okay.
So you know how in Smallville there's green kryptonite all over that gave people powers?
Yeah.
Because of the radiation. That's what the X-Kryptonite does to people.
That's what this is? Okay.
It's similar, but it gives them Kryptonian powers, not just some random powers.
Because that was kind of funny in Smallville, because usually kryptonite doesn't give humans powers. It usually gives them cancer.
Yeah, but it's they have to be exposed to it in a certain way. There's a special machine that exposes them to the radiation from the kryptonite, and that's what gives them the powers. But not all of them react to it well. Only one person has actually survived having the Kryptonian powers, and that's Leslie Lar. Because remember how we met Derek Powell, and we were saying that he had heat vision,
yeah,
and stuff, and then he basically killed himself because he couldn't handle it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's happening. Because the billionaire wants to create an army with Kryptonian powers. He's just trying to figure out how to get people to like acclimate to it, whatever.
Yeah, the Maxwell Lord type. Yeah.
Yeah. Because not all of them have survived the process of getting said powers. But yeah, that I think is it on Superman and Lois and the Flash. Next I think is Alan Scott.
Oh yeah, here.
So-
Let's bring the others.
I want
back
to talk
in,
about
'cause
this.
Yeah, you
So
want to
they
talk about this?
cast
I thought you wanted to talk about
Jeremy Irvin as Alan Scott.
I made hot dogs while you guys were talking.
Bruh.
I've never heard of this actor. He looks the
Me
part.
neither. I'm just hoping he's
I
at least a little bit gay.
I want to look him up. What's
Yeah,
his name?
that's
Jeremy Irvin.
what I was going to say. I want him to be gay. If he's not gay, I'll be disappointed.
Well,
if
yeah,
he's
Alan
not
Scott
gay,
is
then
obviously
it's
going to be gay.
really dumb.
If they don't make him gay, then I'm gonna
Yes.
revolt that you don't make Alan Scott and not make him gay.
This
character would be gay. One is enough.
So here, a little bit about Jeremy Irvin. He hasn't been in a lot, but he's been in one little bit of a famous movie. I don't imagine he was a main character, but he was in Mamma Mia. He was in Mamma Mia. Here we go again.
Oh my
God!
Was he? He was the boring ass husband.
Wait, you've seen this movie, Kyle?
It's a musical. Who do you think
Of
I am?
course he's.
You haven't seen
I've only
Rocket
seen the
Man,
first
but you've
Mamma
seen
Mia, sorry,
Mamma Mia,
Kyle.
Here we go again.
But you haven't seen La La Land, Kyle?
I have a
But
mother
you haven't seen La La Land.
I have a mother in my 40s and in her 40s, and I like musicals. This is a pretty easy equation, you guys.
Fair enough.
But you haven't seen La La Land. That's my villain origin story.
I'll watch La La Land. Trey hasn't seen La La Land either.
What? Trey!
Yeah, listen. I want to, because the guys who made Whiplash made that movie, and
Okay,
I love
Bro, I have the copy of the movie. Just tell me when you want it, and
I also want to see La La Land. Me and Trey talked earlier today about doing a La La Land movie night.
I have the movie.
Should it have won the Oscar?
I mean, I haven't seen Moonlight, so I couldn't tell you.
Yeah. Anyway, what were we talking about? Yeah, he was
Alan
the
Scott.
husband. I can't tell you anything about the husband was the worst character. He was just so boring and bland.
Wow, he was the most boring character in Mamma Mia too. Wow, what a bar.
Okay,
Kyle?
well,
Kyle?
What?
Oh. I thought you were mad at him.
He can make fun of it.
I thought he was mad from all the uh-oh.
No. I acknowledge it's a sucky movie.
okay. So, Alan Scott, we hope his character's gay.
He better be.
At this point, you might as well do it.
There is no way that Warner Brothers is that ridiculous.
I mean,
it's not even
are
Warner
we
Brothers.
sure? Are we sure?
Yeah,
I
when I heard that come out of my mouth, I was like, you know what? There's a chance. But at the same time, there's been shows, there's been movies where gay pride and appreciation has been, done correctly. So I would imagine they do this correctly.
Okay, yeah. Warner Brothers knows better, though, than to change his character, because they know they're going to get so much backlash if they make him straight.
Mm-hmm. They better not. That would just...
Yeah.
But it's whatever. I like the guy. I think he looks the part. He can probably act. So everything, yeah.
I've also noticed
it's kind of weird, though, like...
younger than in the
I was
comics.
about to say, he is young. Well, it's not really a comic thing, because in the Earth 2 books, he's not old. Well, the New 52 Earth 2 books.
Made Alan Scott good.
Yeah.
There's not much debate over that. Original Alan Scott, it's fine. It's whatever. He's cool. It's Golden Age. What did you want,
Yeah, Earth 2's, where he got, passion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You got
so anything else on this Green Lantern casting, or can we move on to Sandman?
Listen, it's another unknown. That's interesting. That's all I'm gonna say.
I like unknowns. All right, what's up next for DC?
Sandman, the casting.
Okay.
Dude,
Good on
this cast kind of slaps. Not gonna lie, it kind of slapped.
Yeah, so first of all, they gender bent John Constantine as Joanna Constantine. And she's going to be played by Jenna Coleman, one of my favorite characters from Doctor Who. So.
I mean, look, I'm okay with this mainly because if they made him male and they didn't cast Matt Ryan, I was up to,
Yeah, they probably gender bent Constantine because they knew they would get Matt Ryan and fans would revolt.
Listen, that's a great reason. That is a fantastic reason to gender bend someone because he can't get Matt Ryan. That's the reason.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it.
It's like I don't see any other person playing John Constantine as John.
Right.
There's no other person. So
there's just nothing like him.
There's also I don't really know many of these actors.
Patton Oswalt
is going to be in here. Yeah, Patton Oswalt. I was about to say Patton Oswalt. So, I mean, listen, Patton Oswalt's in a comic book show. That means it's just like a 99% chance of it being a banger.
Mm-hmm. Look, I just like that they added the pronouns. I think that's cool. I think most.
Yeah, and there's a non-binary person on there.
Yeah.
Mason Alexander Park as Desire.
Guys. Wow. I know this is off topic, but my door's locked. All right, no one can come in, and I hear the Friends team blasting downstairs.
Yeah, really? Your parents are probably watching the reunion. Speaking of the reunion, no, sorry, we're not there yet.
Oh my god! I swear to God, no. All right, you guys talk about this. I'm gonna straighten this out. Straighten out.
Okay. Y'all, do you also want to talk about the Sandman cast? Or
I mean, I didn't really recognize any of the names, so like
I recognize David Thewlis. Wasn't he the guy who was in Harry Potter as Lupin?
Roger.
I just wrong.
Potter.
Okay. He looks like the actor. But he's playing John Dee. I haven't read the Sandman comics, so I don't really know most of these characters.
I like Joanna Constantine. I think that's a really cool take, but otherwise I have literally nothing to say about this.
Yeah. Me neither. I still need to read those comics.
I should probably get on that too, but you know.
Because also the Lucifer comics span off of the Sandman, and that's where they got the Lucifer show, which is based off of those comics.
Yeah.
Well, loosely based off of same characters, basically. But
it's all right. What's next on the list to talk about? Should we wait for Mohammad to talk about the Aubrey Plaza thing?
I'm back.
Oh, he's back. All right. Do you talk about Aubrey Plaza as Joker?
Sure. I mean,
I love this casting. I think it's not official. Like nothing's official. She's just expressed interest. And I think that would be really cool casting.
I'll say this though, if Matt Reeves does go ahead and make Joker Aubrey Plaza, you know damn well Wattpad's gonna have a field day.
Oh yeah, people are gonna be
okay.
Tumblr's gonna get crazy about this. Wattpad, all the Twilight fangirls are gonna reunite again in their ceremonial pagan rituals just for this. You know it.
Okay. I have an opinion on the Joker. I honestly hate the character. I've seen so many live action versions of the Joker, and I don't think there should be another. I feel like the Joker should just be done.
How could you?
Right? I feel like he'd be like have some words to say.
Okay, the thing is, the Joker, I don't know. He's such an overdone character. It's like he's the one character that Batman should kill, but still alive. I don't know.
I'll say this though. If I ever made a Batman movie, and if I ever became Batman one day, I don't care who gets mad at me. I'm taking a gun, and I'm going to bust a cap in Joker's ass. I don't care.
Exactly.
He's got to go.
Okay, listen. I heard a lot of things, and I had to be muted for, a quick second. I heard a lot of things. A little bit of, I didn't hear everything that was just said, but I heard a couple things that,
Well, let me rephrase this. Trey, if I ever was Batman, or if I ever made a Batman movie, I'm gonna make sure Batman takes a gun and busts a Captain Joker's ass.
Mohammad, I don't
Well,
think you understand what Batman is.
Mohammed, listen. My two
Gotcha.
things I'm going to say to your two responses. One, if you were Batman, this is why you're not Batman. Two, if you made a Batman movie, listen, I would come on this podcast and bash you for it. Because
Relax, I was
Batman
just
killing
joking.
Joker, unless it's for the story, is the most ridiculous thing ever. Like, listen, I talked to Kyle about this the other day. The fact that Batman doesn't kill Joker in the Snyderverse, it says so much. It just shows how
Bro,
much plot armor
you know
this Joker
why?
has. It's
You know
ridiculous.
why?
Don't
Because
say the
they're
reach around. Don't say the reach around. Don't
they're
say the reach
gay.
around.
They're gay for each other.
I'm aware. Anyway.
Yes, they
listen.
very much queer coded this character.
Do I need to show you guys under the Red Hood why Batman specifically won't kill the Joker? Do you need to rewatch the speech
He literally
Batman
gave a
gave
speech
Jason
about why he-
Todd about why killing the Joker specifically ruins the mantle of Batman? Do I need to repeat this statement? Because I'll do it.
Trey,
I'll go ahead.
you say this so often, people just don't seem to get it.
Listen, God Almighty, no. It'd be too damned easy. All he's ever wanted to do is kill him. A day doesn't go by when he doesn't think about subjecting him to every horrendous torch he throws out to others and then end him. But if he does that, if he allows himself to go down into that place, he will never come back. And if he doesn't come back, he's not Batman. Bruce Wayne does not deserve the mantle he created if he kills the Joker. Because I have seen him kill the Joker. I've seen him kill the Joker correctly because in Batman Who Laughs, when he killed the Joker, he became the Joker. It was shown to be such a bad and wrong thing. He became the very thing he swore to destroy, quoting
And
my Moby.
that character got beat over everyone's head for 3 years until everyone's tired of him now. Good job, DC.
Yeah.
Y'all did it.
You can memorize that speech, but you can't even remember your history notes.
That is 100% true. That is 100% true.
Don't deny it, Kyle. Just admit it.
Good at history.
Listen, man, I'm all about the history life, but goddamn, I almost failed history class in sophomore year.
World history is so
Hey,
easy.
listen, I took that.
Listen,
over the summer.
listen. No, when it comes to
Alright.
history, school makes history so boring.
Yeah,
But then when
it's
you
the
just like
same
do it
thing-
on your screen time, like on your free time, it's the most interesting thing ever.
Yeah, but listen anyway. Okay, so were you guys talking about the Joker 2 writer announcement?
No, we were talking about Audrey
we were
Plaza
talking-
and Joker.
Oh,
I think
Aubrey
that-
Plaza. Okay.
So how do you feel about it?
She's not my first choice, but she's definitely my last choice. My main concern is that I've only seen her in Parks and Rec, and I don't know, like her character in that show, it's flat. I understand why her performance is flat because her character's flat. I could definitely see her being the Joker. I'm just a little, cautiously optimistic about if she was cast. I wouldn't hate it. I definitely, like it. There are worse choices out there, but listen,
I think
my main choice, of course, will always be Michael Pitt to play Reeves' Joker because he's too perfect.
I think a main Batman, like a regular Batman universe with a female Joker interpretation, that's fun. Like that's cool. I like that.
Yeah.
Okay, if you're gonna have her as like Joker, it has to be like Flashpoint Joker, like Martha Wayne.
No, it does.
Joker.
I don't think.
I think you could just straight up do just regular Joker, but just as a girl.
What about Harley
Just-
Quinn?
Yeah.
Listen, what I really don't really
Would you guys
want
want
to see is if your whole thing about her being a female Joker is that she's now in love with Batman. I don't want that.
That'd suck. That would be awful.
That would be bad.
That's what I mean. If you're gonna do that, then it has to be Flashpoint.
That's a
Joker.
Matt Reeves might not do it, but you know damn well Wattpad's gonna do it.
Yes, obviously they already have a million times.
I've seen worse,
Yeah.
and I've read things.
Reeves definitely wouldn't do that. Reeves definitely wouldn't because he definitely respects the Batman material enough to know that him and Joker's relationship is one of the greatest things in the story and history of both of them.
Would you
He
guys
respects the characters enough.
if Harley Quinn were to be introduced, would you want Joker to be gay or would you want Harley Quinn to be a man?
Honestly, you're better off just turning Joker into a lesbian.
Yeah.
I mean,
You
in
could do
real
some
killer where
like
in
a
Real
guy-
Killer where Joker is a woman, she's a lesbian. But like at the same time, like I don't really have a preference. You
Like
can do
yeah, but
whatever.
you could do some interesting commentary with like how certain men like worship women who don't like them, but really just make Joker gay. Like Just make Joker guy. It's
And-
better.
But
Yeah,
here's my main thing
I
with that.
see
I
it
just
better
don't.
like
I don't
that.
want Harley in this universe.
Yeah, no,
I
exactly.
just don't.
Like,
It
I
doesn't
think
fit.
Harley would work super well.
Because
think-
I just think if Matt has a trilogy, and he has a trilogy in mind, and he has a trilogy where Joker will show up at a point, having Harley with Joker is too much.
Maybe Harley. You could introduce Harley after the if you're gonna keep this going for more than 3 movies, then maybe if Joker sticks around, you can introduce Harley. But I don't even really want that. I just don't think she'd fit super well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, especially because Harley comes in so late in the Joker's life. Because this is after he's been to Arkham multiple times, and Batman has already been Batman for years.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because again, Harley Quinn was introduced into the comics in the 90s, late 90s.
It's just also if you're gonna introduce Harley into a universe where you have a movie with Batman and Joker, and you have to do commentary on their relationship as well as Joker and Harley's relationship, where Joker is obviously not, where Joker doesn't love Harley because he loves Batman. It's just that's too much. I don't need that relationship.
They already did that on the show Harley Quinn.
Yeah, well,
And the
that's
Lego
because,
Batman movie.
And the Lego Batman movie because, well, I wouldn't say Lego Batman movie as much because they're too cute in Lego Batman movie for my taste, but
They didn't even queer code him in Lego Batman. They just made them straight up a gay couple.
yeah, no, I'm okay. I didn't say Batman and Joker. I said Joker and Harley were too cute.
Yes. Were they cute in that movie? I don't even remember them in that movie.
They gave each other pet names, and I was like,
They gave each other pet names in every universe.
well, it's the Joker gives Harley pet names, and it's a cute pet name. It's
What does he call?
If Joker could give Harley a pet name, it's gonna be something twisted.
Yo, this is weird. What the hell?
Okay, can we move off from Joker and Harley Quinn and get to some more DC news?
We gotta talk about Joker too, because Todd Phillips is gonna.
Yes.
Is that official or is that just a rumor?
I
That
mean,
was
the Hollywood
officially
Reporter
confirmed.
reported it.
Yeah, the Hollywood Reporter reported that Todd Phillips is gonna co-write Joker 2.
Yeah. Pretty big word there. Co-write.
Cool, right? Who will be the other writer?
Joaquin, I have no doubt in my mind.
Seriously?
Nah.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm cool with it, but why do you think that?
because it's been quite clear that he may not be a co-writer, but Joaquin's gonna have a lot of input on the script. Because Joaquin's only coming back if it's a script he likes. Because we know how picky Joaquin Phoenix is about his movies. And the fact that he did Joker already is a miracle, but the fact that he is going to do a Joker 2, that's even more of a stretch.
Honestly, a lot of people say this is unnecessary, but honestly, I mean, I could see why someone would say this is unnecessary. We don't need a sequel. But I think there's a lot of stories you can tell. I think me and Trey talked about this. I think we talked about it before on the show. It could be Silence of the Lambs, where we can have Harleen Quinzel,
Or gangster, ripping off more Scorsese movies with Clown Prince of Crime. But just like I've said a billion times before, don't mention the first Joker at all, because I want to keep that movie inconspicuous. I want to keep thinking to myself in my own interpretation how I want the movie to go. Because if I know more about that movie, I'm gonna like it less.
Because look, the whole unreliable narrator thing gets clowned a lot, but it's honestly a cool device. So it's fine. Keep doing it. Cool. Everyone likes it. Yeah, cool.
Yeah. So I mean, if that's to be the case where they do continue with the whole unreliable narrator, it could be there could be moments where he says one thing, but then another moment it gets altered, so it kind of really confuses the audience in a good way.
Yeah. And listen, I won't say the main criticism I'm hearing from a Joker 2, and it's a fair criticism, but it's not really one that I'm complaining too much about, is that we're shining a light away from other villains that should get their movie. Granted, Mr. Freeze, he should get his own movie. Bane, he should get his own movie. But, this is not, gonna make me want a Joker 2 less.
Yeah, and the thing is with Joker is that Todd Phillips was the one who pitched it, and DC did say, we are willing to make these movies if filmmakers are willing to pitch the movies to us.
Don't complain at DC. Complain that someone hasn't thought of the idea to make a Mr. Freeze. Listen, Paul Dini, write a script, please. Send it to Werbers. Here's your Mr. Freeze movie. Find a director. I'm out.
Even Mike Flanagan said he would be down to make a Clayface movie.
And that would be the shit.
So if you just pitched a movie to them, it could just go into fruition. So yeah, and I think when you compare DC, if you compare DC to Marvel, I'd say Warner Bros. Is willing to take more risks than Marvel, and they're willing to listen to filmmakers.
Yeah, it's because
I would say that's slowly becoming more equal. Yeah, it definitely used to be that way with Marvel, but Marvel slowly but surely just kind of letting people do what they want.
Yeah, and then there's also filmmakers who do pitch ideas, but I think it gets
yes,
it's
compressed
definitely still a bit of a mix because Feige still has a universe planned, and we just talked about how that's great and they should do that, but at the same time, he definitely should still be taking ideas that filmmakers have and be like, hey, we'll allow you to do this idea, but it has to fit into our story.
It definitely used to be a bigger problem, but movies like Eternals, Shang-Chi, Multiverse of Madness, it's really showing that they're just kind of just
in the worst
Eternals
mistake
and
possible.
Shang-Chi, that's fine. Multiverse of Madness is definitely a planned out thing.
And listen, the worst mistake that ever happened was Edgar Wright and Ant-Man created. That's a crime. That is a crime. I don't care what. We could have had
I like Ant-Man a lot more than people give it credit. I like Ant-Man a lot more than other people do, but I still think I still want to see Edgar Wright Ant-Man.
Ant-Man and the Wasp more than people. People hate Ant-Man and the Wasp. I think it's pretty fine.
I think Ant-Man and the Wasp is just funny.
It's not God gift to cinema, but I like it.
I genuinely like Ant-Man. People give too much shit to Ant-Man. I really do enjoy Ant-Man.
Yeah. So, any thoughts on Joker 2?
Cautiously optimistic as always.
It's gonna be fun. I don't really see it being awful. But I don't.
If we had the same screenwriter who literally wanted to make a Taxi Driver King of Comedy style unrivaled narrator movie, I don't think he's gonna, be like, okay, this is a full-on sequel to that movie. I just don't see that happening.
Yeah, and plus, Joaquin Phoenix already played the same character as Joker, and You Were Never Really Here, and that's a great movie. I'd say that movie is better than Joker.
Yeah.
Oh wow, hot take. Whoa. Well, everyone, back up. You might burn yourself on that hot take.
But the thing is with that movie is people say it's the 21st century version of Taxi Driver, and it kind of is. And then you compare this Taxi Driver to Joker. Joker, listen, I like the movie, but over the years I've kind of lost respect for it because this movie does not try to hide the fact that they took inspiration from Taxi Driver and King of Comedy.
Yeah. No, they're very blatant with it. It's kind of annoying.
I'm talking about the love interest to the politician subplot.
Look, as someone I saw Joker when I didn't even know Taxi Driver existed, and I loved it. But now that I know Taxi Driver is a thing, it's like you said, I lose a little bit of respect for the movie.
Yeah, and even if you watch the movie, it's a scene by scene comparison. You can just take the two scenes that are similar from each other and be like, "Yep, it's the same scene."
It's not as as heavy as you would
that
say
is
it is.
For exaggeration, but I see where you're going from.
And then there's King of Comedy.
Listen, I mainly love Joker more for my own headcanon, which I probably shouldn't, because listen, I acknowledge Joker's problems. I understand it's not phenomenal and groundbreaking, but I love it based on my own enjoyment. I'm not going to be like Batman. It's not like some people be won't acknowledge the obvious flaws in Batman v Superman. It's just, I acknowledge Joker's flaws, but I love it.
And then the directing style, I know for Taxi Driver, Scorsese tried to make this movie feel like an acid dream, and it does, have that feel. And then you have Joker, which is a very gritty, more rundown feel.
Yeah, there are differences, you just said.
For Joker, the main difference I would see from movies like Taxi Driver King of Comedy is the character of Gotham. They tried to make this a rundown New York, and I feel that. I feel the character of Gotham as media should use.
Yeah, and then then you look at Taxi Driver and you see how filthy the streets are, and that's pretty much the whole point of Taxi Driver in a way. And then with the difference between Travis and Arthur is that Arthur was adopted, but not Travis.
Well,
there's also that.
Well, Well, there's
difference.
the deniability in Joker about what's going on.
Yeah, it's more
that,
like a.
That's a part of Joker that's overlooked a lot. Like, that's a really cool subplot that, to my knowledge at least, isn't really done in Taxi Driver.
Yeah, no. I mean,
that's
original.
I think you could do. Maybe in the sequel you can probably continue with that plot line.
Please don't.
Guys.
What?
There is some hot breaking news, completely that went live when we were recording. Teen Titans Go X Space Jam official crossover teaser trailer.
No.
Check the IGN YouTube channel.
No. Where's my phone? There's my
I'm pulling it up right now. I saw it on Instagram while scrolling, and I'm trying to see. IGN.
I don't believe you, Kyle.
I just. Yeah, it's on. Check the IGN YouTube channel. Yeah, well, hot breaking news on the scoop right here with Kyle. I shouldn't say my last name on the podcast. The hot scoop right here with Kyle last name.
I see it.
It's Teen Titans Go X Space Jam.
Yeah, Teen Titans Go.
Not Teen Titans. Not the Titans show.
Oh my god, imagine if it was Titans.
Hell no.
Dude, geez.
I
ironically love that.
I haven't watched Titans, nor do I want to, but no, that's like
oh my god!
I have a headcanon that everyone who watched
3 hours. God, this wasn't hot off the presser. This was 3 hours ago.
Yeah, but still, that's pretty hot off the press. It's pretty hot off the press.
No.
Okay, what were you saying about Titans, Kyle?
It's lukewarm off the press. So yeah, that's.
No, you're saying about something about people who watch the show Titans.
Yeah, I feel like everyone who's watched the show has at least, even if they like it, they have a big problem with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I watch it and there's still some things that really annoy me.
Like, even people who like it, like, there are like certain things about it. They're like, well, that really sucked.
Oh, okay. So this is just here's what this is. This isn't monstrous, but it's just that the Titans are gonna fight the Monstars from Space Jam.
Do you think that the Teen Titans Go Titans are gonna appear in Space Jam?
No.
No.
The whole thing is that they're Ready Player One-ing it, where they're going into different universes.
Yeah,
I think 100% the Teen Titans Go Titans Space Jam.
They might just show up for a second if they do appear in Space Jam. I don't really know they're gonna have a big appearance though.
I think they're 100% gonna have a cameo, 100%.
Yeah, a small cameo, but nothing too big.
Mm-hmm. Isn't that crazy?
So,
no.
Can we talk about the Injustice thing next?
Oh, please.
Ooh.
I've been waiting.
Okay. So I have some thoughts on this. For those of you who don't know, the video game Injustice Gods Among Us and the comic series are getting an animated movie, which will most likely be rated R or unrated. Because we know that gets pretty dark.
This is one of those where I'm like, okay, this is going to be rated R, because there's been a lot of these DC news, and it doesn't need to be rated
What annoys me about Injustice Gods Among Us is how they portray the character of Damian Wayne, basically Batman's son. Because DC treats this character so badly, and he's one of my favorite characters.
I don't. Well, the only issue I have with Damian is that his turn to going full on Superman isn't really Damian didn't really lose anybody in Metropolis. That's why I don't really buy that he would.
Was he affiliated with the Titans? No, that was
not.
More Tim's thing.
That was more Tim and Dick.
Yeah.
No, Damian was part of the Titans.
Not in Injustice. He was not.
Not in Injustice, but
he runs the Titans.
Yeah. Because he never joined the Titans.
But besides that, I do think that after Bruce reacting so abruptly to what was obviously an accident on Damian's part, to what happened with the Dick, that I buy Damian going to Superman's side over.
Yeah, I get why he goes to Superman's side, but fans have worked so hard to try and get Damian's character to be good again, and once this comes out, it's just gonna ruin his character again.
I disagree. Just I feel like it's because the Justice movie. They have to do something a little bit different. So like if they want to give someone where Damian lost to Metropolis, that's fantastic. That's the only thing they need to do. I think Damian is perfectly fine in the Injustice universe because it just plays favoritism on Batman's part. It just shows that he lost to Dick, and Damian sees that as you don't love me, you love him. I don't know. I'm fine with that.
Here's the thing. I have a question for both of you. Do we think that Injustice is going to be like, how do I put it? Why am I blanking? Do we think this is going to be an adaptation of the first game, or do we think it's going to be like a story set in the universe?
Please don't just do it. Don't do a game. I can go play the game if I want to. I don't need a movie.
I want something set in the universe.
Yeah.
Because I feel like from what they've said, it's going to be an adaptation. Like it's going to show the story, like in the comics.
I'm still not, officially down for you. Like again, I can go read the comics. I don't really,
Yeah, like it doesn't really need to be like a movie. Besides, there's so many comics, at least like 100. I don't know how you're gonna fit that all in one movie.
Well, they definitely need to chill. They're not going to fit a 5-year story arc into one movie. That's ridiculous.
I think they're gearing up for Injustice 3, and this is going to be something that bridges the gap. Like they're releasing an Injustice Year 1 comic right now. I think they're either going to do some time travel thing, or they're probably
they're 1,000% doing multiverse. They're 1,000.
They might do Dark Knight's Metal. That'd be cool.
Yeah, no, it's because they've already done sort of multiverse in the Injustice comics.
Well, not really, not in comics. In the game where they.
I saw a video theorizing
from different universe.
The video theorizing it said that they're either going to do Blackest Night, Crisis on Infinite Earths, Dark Knight's Metal, or a fourth one I can't recall.
I don't think it's going to go as hard as those kind of stories. I just think it's going to be as simple. We're going to cross the Batman ending and the Superman ending from Injustice 2.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool.
Because that's the only way. I don't like it when we get sequels to games where there's a choice at the end of the story. Because if you just pick one ending, it just makes the other ending you chose not matter, and that's
yes. Which, by the way, in Injustice 2, personal opinion, I really don't like the Batman ending.
Okay.
I like both.
I think
I'm still reading the Injustice comics of Injustice 2, so I don't know how it ends yet. So
I'm gonna say everything without spoiling it. The Batman ending just doesn't leave any doors open. The Superman ending is just one big open door, and I like that. I like when stories are left open ended, because the Superman ending can be an ending for the series, and it can also be a continuation. You know what I mean? But the Batman ending is definitively an ending for the entire series, and I don't like it when things do that. I like open-ended endings.
I don't necessarily think that, because I think it opens, because what the Batman ending tells me is it opens the door for the Justice League. That's what that shows.
Yeah, but that's not that interesting.
Because I find just the Batman ending the more cohesive ending to the Justice 2 story for Kara's ending and for Bruce's ending. Because, Clark never really had a story in Justice 2, so his ending doesn't really, wrap up a story arc he has. Justice 2 is one of my favorite moments, again, ever, where just him and Bruce meet in the cave before they fight. Is when Bruce is like, you remember that night where you told me Lois was pregnant? I don't know. That was beautiful.
That was a really beautiful.
These friends who used to love each other and think of them as brothers, who had to start fighting, who never wanted to fight each other, but they just had to because of their own separate ideals. That's the real Batman v Superman story. When I see Batman and Superman fighting, and it's heartbreaking to see them fight, that's where Batman v Superman should be from. They should not start fighting when they meet each other.
Yes. Yeah.
Except, to be fair, because I'm shading a little bit of Batman v Superman, I do understand the reasons they give for fighting each other in that movie, even though they're both hypocrites, but I understand.
Okay. Any other thoughts on Injustice? Gods Among Us?
I accidentally left call mid-sentence. What I was saying is, everything surrounding their motivation sucked, but if they were both put in that situation, I understand why they went to fight each other. You know what I mean?
Listen, here's my a better way to say this. I understand why Batman wants to fight Superman, not why he wants to kill Superman. But I understand the way Bruce sees things, why he would want to take down Superman.
And look, if Superman was placed in that situation and he saw no other way, I feel like yeah, if my mom's gonna die and I have to fight Batman, I don't want to, but I guess I'm gonna. I feel like he would.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's what I hear Batman Superman is why I love Injustice. Because Injustice, it's conflicting ideals. That's why Batman Superman should ever fight. It's because of the conflicting ideals. But that's also why I think them being friends is the most beautiful thing ever, because of their conflicting ideals. Because they bring out the best in each other. More specifically, how Superman brings out the best in Bruce.
Nice.
Yeah.
Anyways, we're done with Injustice.
More breaking news, actually hot off the presses. There was Thor Love and Thunder set photos.
Don't care.
And no. This is big. Thor is wearing a red headband, which plays into Trey's theory that it's going to start with the montage.
Let me see this.
Okay, I just saw it. I put up on Twitter.
I think
let me look at this. Let me look at this. I want to see this, man. I want to see this. Oh my God! Yes, they're doing it. They're doing it. Bless the Lord.
100%. Like, there's no way it's not going to start with the training montage. Literally no way.
Give me a nice.
I feel like it's gonna be
Queen song introduction of him going on a treadmill and Skywalker just being like, "Run."
Okay, but what Queen song?
Run.
What Queen song? I Want It All or Don't Stop Me Now.
Correct.
Don't stop me now.
I think
That's
I
all
want
I'm
it.
saying.
Or Push It to the Limits.
Oh yeah, that would also be cool.
Or I Have the Tiger.
That I Tiger way too cliched.
Here's the easiest way to figure this out. What's on Star-Lord's Zune? That's all we need to know. Yeah, pick one of the 300 songs on there, and that's the song.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. But, like, that could just be any Queen song.
Yeah.
I don't like that they never acknowledged his Zune in Infinity War.
Well, I mean, they did it in a deleted scene.
Yeah, but that's deleted.
Yeah. Which, other thing about deleted scene in Infinity War, they should have kept the deleted scene of Bruce turning the Professor Hulk in Infinity War. I don't know why they cut that. It was ridiculous.
Because it wouldn't fit Avengers Endgame.
Skype keeps cutting me out of the meeting, but sure, that's cool, whatever.
You know what? I kind of like it this way. He gives us some quiet after I finish a take.
Shut up.
Anyways, back to DC.
It's giving me flashbacks to Craig.
Oh no.
Okay. Next DC news, I think, would be the new animated series about Batman and Superman.
Oh, I was hoping we were gonna save those for last, but go ahead. Okay, can I say something right now? Can I say something right now? Can we stop with Batman? We're getting too much Batman shit.
Listen, Mohammad. I've said this for a long time that we've gotten too much Batman, but it's too late. It's too late. I'm sorry. Listen, I've advocated for this for a long time on this very podcast, but it's too late. They just made Bruce Timm and Matt Reeves partners in a Batman show. They can't not give this to me. I need this. It's too beautiful. Glorious.
Take off
Okay.
JJ. Perfect.
This is like what, the 4th or 5th Batman animated series that we've had?
I don't care. I'm sorry. Listen, I've said that DC should let other superheroes have the limelight, but this is too perfect. Come on, it's too good. I look at this poster, this image, and they tell me Bruce Timm and Matt Reeves are gonna work together on a Batman show, and it's too beautiful. I still can't believe they're actually doing it. It's too good, man. Too good.
Okay. It's like, as long as they do it right, but I feel like some other characters should get an animated show, like Wonder Woman, she hasn't had an animated show.
Can we get like a question show?
That would be interesting. But Renee Montoya question.
Yeah, I feel like that'd be a bit too niche.
Or like a Dr. Fate show.
Yes, please, Dr. Fate show, please.
Yeah.
Or like revive that Green Lantern animated series.
that's not revive worthy in my opinion.
Don't care.
Still
I like the show, but it was good. It was good.
Like it's good for kids, but it doesn't really have much depth.
Honestly, we could have. Honestly, like I said, we're getting too much Batman, and not only that, we got the Leica Batman stop motion movie. Apparently, I don't know if that's true or not.
I
but...
really don't think that's gonna.
Okay.
If
you're gonna do a stop motion DC movie, why do Batman? There's like Clayface, Martian Manhunter, so many other characters you can do.
It's quite simple because Batman makes money.
Honestly, or just like make a proper Teen Titans movie in animated form. Because I love stop motion. I'm a stop motion animator myself, and I respect the hell out of the art style. So it's like, you know, I mean, and I love DC and I love Marvel, but
I just don't think it should be Batman. I just think there's a lot of other characters that would lend super well to the stop motion style.
Yeah, and with this is Leica, so we could definitely, like I said, Dr. Fate. You see their art style, you see how they make these movies. You could definitely make a Titans movie, or a Dr. Fate movie.
So I want them to make something where stop motion is. I want it to justify it.
Or Green Lantern, or like a Green Lantern.
I want to do You got to do Martian Manhunter or Clayface for stop motion animation, like Clay.
Or like a Beast.
You got to justify
maybe Beast Boy.
Like
but
I don't have a reason for I just see no reason for a Teen Titans to be in stop motion.
Or like a Justice League Dark movie.
Yes. Oh my God, Justice League Dark is stop motion. Oh my God.
By Leica.
Gee, that would be a fantastic. Maybe even just Constantine specifically, or Constantine, Etrigan, buddy cop.
You see, this is what I mean. Could we step off with Batman? You know, and give these characters.
See how many possibilities there
are. For real, but they're doing it for Batman. Like we've seen Batman.
Listen. Okay, listen. We're being too negative. Okay, I understand. I said several times that we have been giving too much Batman, but it's like I say this, and they're trying to turn me to their side by giving me Bruce Timm and Matt Reeves doing an animated Batman show where there's a high possibility of them getting Conroy back to voice him. It's too perfect. I can't not get excited. It's too beautiful. You cannot tell me that it's so good.
I agree
that JJ's a part of it. I don't care that JJ's a part of it. Just go sit in the corner, JJ, and let these two visionaries do what they do best, and that's make this character be absolutely beautiful.
No,
Tim, who created Batman the animated series, doing another Batman animated show with Matt Reeves, who might make the best Batman movie of all time next year. It's too perfect.
I agree that this series is going to be perfect. Like, I do not deny it's going to be amazing. I'm just talking about the Leica movie. I don't want it to be. I think a Leica Batman movie. There's just so many other DC characters that would be 100% better in stop motion.
Yeah, I don't care about that anymore. Okay.
Hey, stop motion's cool.
Yes, stop
motion is cool. Yes, stop motion is cool.
We got Isle of Dogs, Fantastic Mr. Fox.
Listen, Mohammad, don't talk about Isle of Dogs with me. Isle of Dogs is my favorite Wes Anderson movie, and I will die on this hill. Okay.
Yeah, Mohammad, I agree. Stop motion is cool. Stop motion just doesn't have any right to be Batman.
For real, with stop motion, you can tell magic, crazy bonkers stories.
I just want a Martian Manhunter movie that's stop motion. That's just what I want.
That would be really cool.
Hey man, if I ever do go through with filmmaking, you let me know.
Yeah, you go, Mohammad.
Should we move on to the next new DC animated show that was announced?
I'm not done with Cape Crusader because listen, I'm looking at this and I hear reimagined Batman story, and while that would make me nervous if it wasn't Bruce Timm and Matt Reeves at the helm, and just looking at the style of Batman, seeing the nice 1939 to 1940s, look. And I'm like, Hugo Strange will definitely be the villain. There will definitely be some interesting elements here, and the animation's gonna be godlike. This can't come enough. It's so beautiful. It's God. Thank you.
Yes, agreed. I think this show is going to be amazing. I seriously can't wait.
Yeah, and it's also gonna be on HBO Max. So
HBO Max is great.
It is great, but it's pretty hefty. But I know they're doing a $10 price deal
I don't that all TV shows are just gonna be streaming now. Like the streaming services, like, look, I know first world problems, but they're expensive, man. Like those prices rack up.
That's why you gotta have like stream. That's why you gotta. Okay, here's my top 3 streaming services: Netflix, Hulu, and HBO Max. That's all you need. You don't need to. No, you don't.
Honestly, listen, there's already a package deal with ESPN Plus, Hulu, and Disney Plus. Just Hulu or Disney Plus, be one, please.
Yep,
just be one. Be one entity. We don't need both of you.
And also Netflix has kind of been slacking lately. Like I pretty much only have Netflix for Cobra Kai and BoJack Horseman, and BoJack Horseman's over, so I pretty much just have it for Cobra Kai.
But then there's also like movies that aren't Netflix movies, so
yeah, there are some non-Netflix specific stuff, which is cool. Like stuff that isn't really Disney.
Well, yeah, but like Netflix is still employed, and we'll talk about a certain Netflix movie that came out a little later. They're mostly alive because they're releasing movies week to week. Yeah. Like we're about to get the DiCaprio movie soon on Netflix. We're about to see a Kevin Hart, Dwayne Johnson, Gal Gadot movie in the future. Okay, Netflix is not going away in a long time. I just don't think Netflix is the best streaming service right now. I feel like they were dethroned long ago. HBO Max and Disney Plus are both better in my opinion. Yeah.
But I think that just comes to your taste, probably. I mean, I don't.
No,
it's not even taste. It's quality, and
like
not
no,
quality. But
okay, look,
really going for that quantity over quality type.
Disney Plus literally has like all the PG to PG-13 movies. You know.
But they're also going to implement an R-rated like section later this year or next year. Like I'm still doubtful on if that actually happens because so far what I'm seeing it with the Hulu it's already launched there. It's already launched in other countries.
Like, here's the thing about Disney Plus. They're giving us so much original stuff. Like, come on, Mandalorian, WandaVision, Falcon Winter Soldier. We're about to get Loki. Marvel's is fully on their way with this stuff. We're about to get a Ahsoka show. We're about to get a Lando show. Disney Plus, they got so much.
And the best part, it's quality over quantity. We don't get that much of it. But what we do get is pour like heart and soul into it. Netflix is pumping out stuff every week, and that's the problem. Yeah, like listen, what was that one movie, that superhero movie that we talked about, that Kyle talked about, that was on
Thunder
Force? By God,
Thunder Force. Yeah.
Christ on a crutch. Like, come on.
Like, I'm sorry, but you can't tell me Netflix is better than Disney Plus when they're putting out Thunder Force and Disney Plus is putting out The Mandalorian.
Like, come on, like, say what you will about haha MCU. Falcon Winter Soldier is pretty amazing.
Okay, but Netflix puts out The Irishman, Marriage Story, Knives Out.
They put out those things.
And then Disney Plus, they have that Ivan movie. Then they have the High School Musical thing. Then they're
those are both made for little kids. Like you can't be like, oh, these suck. Those aren't for you.
Mom, it's not just that. But are you gonna tell me, if you ask Martin Scorsese today, is he gonna tell you that he is happy that The Irishman is on Netflix?
I'm not even defending Netflix, but you're right, quality over quantity.
Netflix is hard quantity over quality right now. Like you can't even deny that.
Whatever.
Like honestly, I'm just annoyed with their business model.
Like, listen, Mohammad, I understand where you're coming from. Netflix is my favorite show of all time on it. I'm not going to deny that. They have a lot of great stuff, but Disney Plus has so consistent with its awesomeness.
It literally
they got BoJack and Cobra Kai. Come on.
It's got BoJack Horseman on it. In my opinion, probably the best TV show I've ever seen and my favorite TV show. I just don't like the way they model their business. I just think the whole pump. If we pump out like 20 shows a month, then one of them's got to be good, right? I just don't think that's just you don't get good content that way. You just get a lot of crap.
You know what else Disney Plus offered?
What?
Mulan.
No, don't say.
Yeah, that's true. That movie sucked.
But to be fair, that wasn't an original Disney Plus thing. That was going to be theatrical, and we were going to be shit anyway.
And they're also. I just think the way it's been majority good with Disney Plus. Like, that's the main thing. Like, the majority of the stuff we're getting is really good.
Clone Wars Season 7.
Yeah. Oh my God, Clone Wars Season 7.
I don't watch the Clone Wars.
Should we get back to topic, or?
This is on topic, right?
Because we've been talking for an hour and almost 45 minutes, and we still have so much stuff to go through.
Yeah, we do have a lot
Fair
to
enough. Continue.
So, next thing, Superman animated series, which was announced at the same time as the Batman animated series.
Yes, by golly, do I like this show.
They changed the designs of some of the characters. Lois now looks like the character Luz from the Owl House. And they race-bent Jimmy Olsen.
I think, you know what, if you're one of those people that whitewash Jimmy Olsen in an edit, you're scum. Like, that's really shitty to do.
Yeah. Because, like, in the picture that they put out when they announced the show, like, they obviously made Jimmy Olsen black. Like, he's been on Supergirl and some of the more recent Superman and Action comics. And for some reason, someone decided to make an edit where he's still, like, white and freckly and ginger. But
really
in
gross.
one of the comics where they did race bend Jimmy, the guy's black, they still give him, like, ginger tips, which I really liked. I don't know.
It's all right.
Well, listen. Jack Quaid as Superman. That's perfect casting. I didn't know I wanted.
Yeah, no, I think the casting for, like, DC's been pretty good on casting lately. We can all agree on that?
Yeah, they have been.
Right.
I don't really have much else to say in the Superman show. Like, this one.
Yeah, we don't know much about it.
It's clearly
Look.
It's clearly more oriented towards little kids, so I don't think I'm gonna watch it. Like, I like Superman a lot, but like,
I'm gonna watch it.
I got some
like Jack Quaid is Superman. I'm hooked. They already got me hooked.
I might watch like the first episode.
But I don't know about you, but by the look of the first image, I got like anime vibes from it.
Oh yeah, kinda. Just because of the like the way they're drawn and like the facial expressions.
Yeah.
I thought of more Cartoon Network, Gumball style, but
Right. Well, any thoughts about the Superman show?
It's alright. It's whatever.
I'm hooked. I want to
when
see
we find out more, I'll also talk about it more. It's just all we've been given is the title of the show and the two main voice actors. So
Right.
More good Superman content, por favor.
And also, I like the title.
And tone down the Batman content. We're already having enough.
Yeah,
the next thing.
Listen, after Cape Crusader, we're done. Keep Reeves in this new awesome Cape Crusader show. That's all I need. You can move on to other things, DC.
Okay. I feel like next we should talk about Titan season 3. Did y'all say they had a release date? Because I haven't seen the release date yet.
August.
August, that's what I thought. Okay. Also, in the new season, Titans.
Video. Did you guys know Brenton Thwaites had an accent?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I had no idea.
I saw Pirate Side.
I had no clue.
In this new season, we know the characters are going to Gotham, and we're gonna meet Tim Drake, Barbara Gordon, and the Scarecrow this season.
Yep. And Red Hood.
Whoa.
Oh no.
Yeah, Jason's officially becoming Red Hood, but not in a way to like.
You thought it would.
Wait, listen. I'm 1,000% gonna watch this season. I know I shouldn't. I know I shouldn't be helping them.
Trey,
I need
you
to know.
a masochist?
I've been watching Titans.
Why?
I know, but Sylvie, but you kind of like Titans, so I understand.
Okay, because
we
Bat
hate
Family.
Titans with a passion.
Trey, I recommended you a movie today, the Deathstroke movie, and that's a good recommendation. And you said, no, there's better things I could be watching. Those better things are Titans.
Listen, Kyle, this may be wrong, but I love to hate things.
No, that's very wrong.
I know, but just I need to know what's gonna happen. I don't want to come on this podcast and be like, that thing was stupid. With like Red Hood, the writing just keeps like going off the rails, and I'm not gonna be like, okay, I heard this. No, I want to watch this, and I want to be angry about it.
I hate that I fully get your logic.
Yeah.
Like, I hate that I agree, and I'm going to do the same thing.
It's like why I'm definitely gonna watch that movie Superman again before I die. Like I'm gonna watch it.
Now I don't get the logic because you already know that's bad, and you already know why it's bad.
Yeah, but just I love watching things so I can yell at them. Because I don't get angry a lot as a person, but I get angry when I watch media I don't like.
Mm-hmm. I guess. Still, there's better movies you could be watching.
It's true though.
If that Deathstroke movie was awful, you probably would have watched it.
That's actually probably true.
Reverse psychology him.
If you
Hey,
tell
Trey,
me
one
this
movie sucks. One movie sucks and it's doo-doo. La La Land. You can watch it.
Yeah.
Okay, y'all. We have so much to go through still.
Yeah, we might have to cut
let's,
off the list.
let's speed run. We'll speed
Okay,
run.
so The
I got a lot
Rock
of
is going to
time.
be voicing Crypto the Super Dog in some movie.
Oh yeah.
Cool. Like
I don't care.
That. It's
that
fun.
came kind of out of left field. I'm cool with it. I like it.
I like that The Rock's involved in DC a lot.
Yeah.
Because as the future president of the United States, I'm glad he's picked a side.
Oh, in Legends of Tomorrow, like they mentioned in the future, the Rock was the president.
That's really
Hell
fun.
yeah.
And isn't John Cena his president?
They said, like one of the characters when he heard that, he's like, John Cena better be his vice president or something.
Yes. Like literally yes.
Well, let's just skip some of these other DC news and just skip to the most important one.
I'm gonna just go through some of the others real quick. Avatar: Last Airbender. First of all, the ages of the characters and guitars are the same, and they're aging up Sokka and Zuko 1 year each. And for Aang and Zuko, they're looking for Asian actors, and for Katara and Sokka, Native American actors.
That's good. That's good that they're not whitewashing.
Yeah, so fans are like really happy about that. Supposedly they're going to start filming the live action show in August. There have been no announcements if they've actually cast anyone yet. They better do that soon because they first announced the show in 2018 and they still haven't announced any cast members.
Behind the scenes, they have definitely casted people.
Do you think the show's gonna be any good?
I'm honestly scared because the writers of the original show were actually working on this and they left because of creative differences.
Yeah, which is a big no-no. I don't think this show is going to be good for that reason.
Besides, like, there's already Avatar Studios where we know we're going to be getting new animated Avatar content anyways, so... Like, I'm going to try and watch the live-action show.
But listen. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. This show may be bad, but we know it won't be the worst live-action Avatar adaptation.
We know it won't be the worst. But I'm just hoping it's at least somewhat decent, but I'm scared because of all these, like, live-action versions of something that should have just stated, like,
I don't understand why Hollywood thinks, like, everything that's animated has to be live-action. Like, no, I like this thing because it's animated. I love animation. The style... I like animation more than live-action most of the time.
Okay, talking about bad live-action of something that was animated, moving on to Powerpuff Girls and leaked scripts. God.
Yeah.
Apparently, first, Buttercup is gay. I'm okay with that. But how they're handling
frankly,
it.
I saw that one coming a mile away.
Because apparently Buttercup, like, cheats on her girlfriend or something, and I'm like, look, really?
This is a direct message to the writers of that show. I don't want to see the Powerpuff Girls making boner jokes. And I don't know why you think I want that.
They're doing the same thing to Powerpuff Girls as they did to the Archie comics in Riverdale.
Yes.
I'm so scared.
Riverdale. Everyone loves Riverdale.
They're rewriting the pilot scripts for the Powerpuff Girls.
That's a good sign. That shows that they're at least aware of their fuck up. But they're keeping the same creative team. Which is a little...
Like, I don't know. I don't know what to think of this. A bit scared.
No, like, I'm not going to say fire that creative team, but maybe you should let them go.
Because it is a very CW right now. CW show. Like, some of the CW shows aren't, like, as bad, you know?
Yeah, I guess.
Listen, we were just, praising Superman and Lois, but, now
yeah, Superman and Lois isn't really, like, a CW show. Like, I've seen people say that, like, a lot.
It really doesn't feel like it.
I disagree. I see a lot of, because I think the CW formula helps some of these shows, mainly because I feel like the DC formula for these DC stuff is not so good. I think the CW formula helps these shows a little bit. They bring out more heart in the characters, and they bring out more the super and the superheroes, or more the hero and the superheroes, rather.
So next
the super
thing,
and the superheroes is DC's problem.
Who's the new Batgirl director? Because
I forgot.
apparently that was announced.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I was hoping
did something before, like something big.
All I heard is that this is well, I didn't hear this, but this is definitely not in Reeves' universe, which means J.K. Simmons might come back as Gordon.
I also heard that Kevin Smith was like really pissed this isn't going to theaters. Which, like, yeah, Kevin Smith said this could be $1 billion franchise if done right, and like I kind of agree.
That is 100% true.
Okay, if this were to be in the Reeves universe, Aaron Kellerman would be a really good Barbara Gordon.
No, I think Aaron Kellerman can be a great Barbara if he's in the DCEU.
Yeah, no, Aaron Kellerman would just be a good Barbara Gordon, period. Just in everything.
Yeah. Okay, so the directors for the Batgirl movie directed Bad Boys for Life last year.
Oh, that's a bad sign.
Have also worked on the upcoming Marvel show, Miss Marvel.
That's a good sign.
I didn't see Bad Boys for Life, but I heard good things.
Really?
And the screenwriter, Christina Hodson, wrote Bumblebee, Birds of Prey, and The Flash.
Okay, this is going to be a masterpiece. Call it.
I don't want to try and pronounce the directors' names because I feel like I'm going to mispronounce it horribly.
Look, Bumblebee is such a good movie. I'm sold.
I enjoy Bumblebee. I enjoy the ET dynamic. It's definitely the best Transformers movie of all time.
They take a lot of inspiration from Terminator 2, and where they try and make the robot regular person relationship more like a real interpersonal relationship. And you know what? I don't care that it's overdone. It gets me, okay? So you know what? These writers understand how to write good interpersonal relationships. That's all you need. That's all.
Okay, y'all, we need to speed through these so we can get to the important stuff.
We get time.
Whatever. I got time.
I have a lot of time. I don't know.
Okay, y'all, I need to be up somewhat early tomorrow, so I'm just trying to get through what I can.
Zoom. Let's talk about Cobra Kai.
Okay.
Oh yes.
I'll let y'all do that.
Okay, do you want to do the last bit of DC stuff? The really big thing.
Yeah, we'll do the big thing, and then I get to talk about Cobra Kai.
No, I get to talk about Cobra Kai.
I go first.
Fine.
Trey, this is my character.
Fair enough. You've been advocating him, for what?
All right, wait. What's the last DC news?
The big Disney thing. The big Disney thing.
Oh yeah, that thing.
Oh god, that piece of bullshit.
That is not gonna happen.
No, there's no way Disney's buying DC.
No, listen. But what if they did?
That would suck.
Okay.
Now, here, listen. I'm gonna give you the why this is definitely not happening and the what if this does happen. One, if this does happen, the government needs to step in. This is not comic book media whatever. This is real world shit. The government needs to step in. Disney will have too much power.
No. When Disney bought Fox, the Disney got investigated for possibly being a monopoly. There's no way they're gonna let this happen.
Disney owns 27% of film already. They should not be allowed more.
Yes, agreed.
Okay,
however,
so
I am halfway okay if this did happen because Warner Brothers should not have DC anymore.
Yeah.
Okay, if Disney does buy DC, they better not combine it with Marvel comics and movies. And if they do, they better keep the Arrowverse as it is. Don't cancel what you already have.
I really don't want to be that guy, but the specific rumor, this specific rumor, said that they were going to buy DC with the intention of merging it with Marvel.
I don't.
Okay, no.
Well, I do believe that to an extent. I think it's more of the cinematic universe, which I'm okay with. If you combine the DCEU to the MCU,
my biggest worry is the comics.
Arrowverse to Arrowverse.
This would not work with the comics. Do not do this.
I personally love the Arrowverse. I think it should stay as it is. I don't want them trying to either cancel it. Because remember when, Disney Plus was first a thing, and they canceled all the shows that were going on Netflix, like Jessica Jones and all that.
Well, that was not a Disney thing. That was a Netflix thing.
I know, it's just because doesn't Warner Brothers like own the rights to these Arrowverse shows?
Yeah, but like I doubt that well, I don't want to say doubt, but it's definitely a possibility. But I don't think this will cause a cancellation of all these shows.
Honestly, here's what I'm about to say. Just cancel it.
No.
Wow, Mohammad.
I'm sorry. I'm a really big Arrowverse fan, and I'm just super offended by
Listen,
that statement.
Yeah.
Listen,
we
these shows have a literal look like crap. All right.
Okay, we've gotten some of the best representations of some of these characters in the Arrowverse shows.
I saw the first season of Flash. I liked it. But after season 2, I stopped.
Wait, guys, he saw the first season of Flash.
I couldn't get into the Arrow. Legends of Tomorrow, I couldn't get into it either. I pretty much lost faith in the Arrowverse.
Well, yeah, but I like it.
Yeah, it's difference of opinions, which I understand it's not your thing, but it's a lot of people's thing, and we've gotten the best Superman content in a long time because of the CW. So we're gonna keep them.
Because of the Arrowverse, we have a good Superman. Be happy about that. And we also got John Constantine from the Arrowverse. A good John Constantine.
Yeah, we got Matt Ryan, John Constantine.
I do not watch Superman and Lois. I don't watch Constantine. I don't watch any of those shows.
Yeah,
then you shouldn't have an opinion on them being canceled.
Damn, okay, I see how it is.
That is how it is.
We got Matt Ryan Constantine from the CW. That's some of the best casting in any comic book property ever to exist.
Okay. Cookie?
Yes.
Also,
yes,
Grant Gustin as the Flash is like perfect casting as well.
Okay, we're getting off topic. We don't have much time.
Okay.
We still got to talk about Cobra Kai, Eternals, a lot of shit. Let's talk about Cobra Kai.
What's Eternals?
Okay. Dude, okay. So we got earlier today a little thing that Terry Silver is officially coming back. We got, oh my god. I can't even formulate thoughts whenever I think. It's just it's so cool. The actor said he wouldn't do it because he doesn't act anymore, but I guess they paid him enough money. And oh my god, it's so cool. It's just, Terry Silver's one of, if not my favorite Karate Kid character. He is so ridiculous and funny. He's hilarious. I'm so glad he's returning.
He's the only thing that made Part 3 watchable.
He literally made Part 3 a good movie. Like, I watched Part 3 because of him. And also, he has one of my favorite lines in any movie. Your enemies want to break you, humiliate you, stomp you to the ground. Now what are you going to do about it? Trey said the next part.
I don't know what Machio said.
He just says nail him.
Nail him!
Now what are you going to do? Show me! And then he just, hits some boards. And it's a really fun scene. I love Terry Silver, and I'm so glad he's coming back. Trey, you can say things now.
I mean, again, it was always a fear because of, what the actor said, even though, because, at the end of season 3, they hinted at him. They're like, guys, we kind of need him for the story. Come on, you want to come over here. You want to come over here. And then, he came over here, and I love it.
The actor is now an author full-time, and so he kept denying rumors he was going to be in the show because he's a full-time author. But I guess they just paid him enough money to where he's coming back.
Either that, or he read the script season 4 and he was like, nah, yeah, this hits good.
Maybe he helped write it. Maybe that's how they got him in.
Maybe.
Yeah.
As long as he keeps that same energy from 3.
If he phones in his performance, I'll be so disappointed.
I don't think he's gonna phone it in because I heard that monologue in that trailer and I'm like, I hear him. I hear my boy. I think he's coming back.
Mm-hmm. Now the real pain begins, Danny boy. What if?
Yes. Okay.
I'm so glad he's back. I'm so happy.
Love him.
Let's just talk about Eternals and wrap it up because everything else is pretty.
What do you mean?
Oh, dang, no. Okay,
Listen.
You guys can leave. After Eternals, me and Trey will be here. We'll talk.
I got opinions on a certain movie.
Oh, are the Amazon thing or the Cannes thing?
Literally all of the above.
All of it.
All of it.
Oh, we gotta talk about the Taika threesome too. Let's talk about that now.
Okay.
Taika Waititi is in a polyamorous relationship with Tessa Thompson and one other person, according to tabloids.
Wait, what? Wait, hang on. I didn't.
Have you not seen the pictures?
Yeah,
I didn't even hear about this. Hey, back up. Explain this to me.
Yeah, Tessa. there's been set photos of him, not set photos, but like paparazzi pictures of him, Tessa Thompson, and one other person I didn't recognize, like all on a polyamorous date, and they were doing date things. Like we aren't misinterpreting this. Like they were
all kissing each other.
Yes, yeah. That.
All right, hang on. Okay,
they're very physically affectionate.
So wait. Are we judging this on pictures or statements?
Pictures.
Then,
which is why it's probably not true, but it's fun to talk about.
Okay, we could talk about it, sure, but let's not assume things. You know what they say about people who assume, okay?
Make an ass out of you and me, yeah.
Correct. So, let's not do paparazzi headlines because we know.
They were making out in public.
Yes, but until I hear a statement from them, I'm going to take everything with a grain of salt because we've seen through the history of the celebrity world, we have seen stuff like this and come back to bite us in the ass. So, you know what? I'm going to wait till we hear statements.
Okay. So now do y'all want to move on to Eternals?
Yes.
Wait, no,
finally.
What's Eternals? What happened with Eternals? I
thought we were saving Eternals for last.
I mean, aren't you guys going to leave a little early?
No.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So then let's talk about let's talk about Amazon buying MGM.
Yes. Look,
oh boy.
I'm not surprised at all, but like, I don't love this. Like, Amazon's got a lot of shit already. Like Disney, like they don't really need this.
They paid $8 billion for it, so I'm assuming they have a plan. But I'm glad that they said that No Time to Die still is a theatrical release date. I'm glad we still get my Bond in my theaters.
Yeah, I heard that the reason why they did this was because Jeff Bezos has a vendetta against a certain someone who was a certain leader for a certain country, and he said some terrible things behind the scenes, so that's why he's getting the rights. Won't say who though.
Say who? Yeah. Do it.
No.
Say.
No.
Do it.
Let's not dig this ditch.
Yeah. So that's the case, and I know all the MGM movies are still going to go to theaters, so they're not going to put them on straight to Amazon.
That's good. My main concern is, and it's my main concern when any company gets bought by a different company, it's reboots. I don't like them. I don't like them a lot.
Didn't they even say that they were planning on doing reboots?
They even said they were planning on taking certain IPs and bringing them in the 21st century. And when I saw that Instagram post, and I saw them put Rocky there, I got really. They're definitely not doing it because there's you can't be that stupid. But if you are going to be that stupid, I'm gonna riot.
Trey, you know they can be that stupid.
But like Creed is such a powerful franchise already. You have your sequels. You don't need to reboot Rocky. Please don't. If you want to do something Rocky, Sly is literally writing a prequel series about it. Buy it off of him. It's so simple.
You know how much money a theatrical Rocky sequel would make?
Not as much as Creed 3, I can promise you that.
Trey, you're lying to yourself.
No, I'm not.
Trey,
I'm not in denial. Shut up.
It's not your fault.
Shut up.
No, we're not doing that scene.
It's not your fault.
Kyle, have you even seen Good Will Hunting?
It's not your fault.
Stop.
Shut up.
That's not very key.
We're not. But listen, okay. So until I hear about anything about a Rocky reboot, I won't get too angry because there's a lot of other IPs that.
Think about it.
What else do you think they're going to reboot? Because they definitely are.
RoboCop, RoboCop is definitely something it entertains the idea,
Take a RoboCop TV show and have it be.
I want an animated show.
That's something I'm okay with you updating for the modern day without making it crap. You kind of you kind of screwed the pooch on the last one.
Yeah, but to be fair, it's probably the second best RoboCop movie. So
what you just need to do is have a strong theme. Have a strong theme about choice. Because the first one had a really strong theme about choice and human will. Just do that. Don't just have a strong theme without doing that again, and you can craft a pretty okay script around that.
Yeah, I want an animated show.
I mean, yeah, but we're already getting a Terminator animated show, and there's already enough comparisons between the two, so I don't even know if they would do that.
I don't know. If we can finally see them fight, that'd be nice.
We've seen them fight a few times.
Well, mostly in games.
There's
but,
been there's been 2 video games.
But listen, I'll just do a fight of the century type gimmick. I'll watch it.
I feel like the novelty might have worn off,
Eh, who knows? They start throwing out the idea, see fan reaction, toy with it.
True. You're right.
Anything else?
No, just have fun with them.
My AirPods are about to die, so I'm just gonna go ahead and leave.
All right. This is Sophie's last episode for a while because she's going to like camp, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna be working at a
I'll
sleepaway
start.
camp with very little internet access. So, yeah. See ya.
Bye,
All
Sophie.
right.
Bye.
Bye.
So, I want to talk about a certain film festival, Cannes.
Dude.
So, okay, here's the thing with Cannes. Cannes is a very prestigious festival.
And
These
Dune's gonna be there.
No, we'll get to Doom, but these guys do not mess around. Like
Cannes
these
is like prestigious. Like that's on a whole new level.
Exactly. If your movie gets into Cannes, that's like bigger than getting an Oscar. And these guys do not mess around. They will walk out on your movie. They will boo at your movie. They will curse at you in French. I mean, when Tarantino won the Palme d'Or, I think it was the Palme d'Or for Pulp Fiction, some French lady cussed him out and then walked out, and then Tarantino flipped on her. Taxi Driver was booed. There was another movie, another popular one.
No, they are like super critical there, and it's like it's tough. It's rough.
Like if this is a place for film snobs, like me.
Yeah.
At least I'm admitting into it. But yeah, now that we're getting news that Dune and maybe Eternals might get to Cannes.
Oh, that was the Eternals in the news we were gonna talk about. All right, cool.
Yeah.
It's a Marvel. It's an entry in the most popular film franchise of all time by an Oscar-winning director. Yeah, this very much could make it to Cannes.
Like, listen, Marvel will milk the shit out of this movie in terms of marketing. For like
Facts.
high like people who do not like superhero movies. So, yeah, and and then there's Dune, and I don't know if there's any sci-fi movies that.
Rangers.
Was it?
Sorry, I made a Lord of the Rings pun. Move on.
Yeah. So as far as I'm concerned, I don't think there was any sci-fi movie that ever necessarily gone to Cannes, and even if it's the case, it's not.
That blows my mind a little bit because maybe listen, you're gonna really come out here and tell me that Blade Runner 2049 didn't go to this film festival and it's still high praise. I don't know, man.
Hang on, let me check. Did Blade Runner ever go to Cannes? Blade.
It should maybe not original Blade Runner because theatrical was the issue, but 2049, come on.
Nope.
There was a big huffle big uproar over 2049 not going to Cannes.
Yeah, no, it did. It never did.
I believe it.
Mm-hmm.
Nope. But Apocalypse Now won the Palme d'Or, which is. Go ahead.
It should have. People were really clamoring for it to be there, and I'm pretty sure it applied.
It probably was the case. I know Apocalypse Now won the top prize, the Palme d'Or.
That's not
Cannes. Was it?
I love that movie. It's not shocking.
Yeah, but it didn't win Best Picture. I think it lost to Kramer versus Kramer.
That's the Meryl Streep one, right?
Yeah, the one with Dustin Hoffman, the divorce thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's Meryl Streep. What do you want?
Yeah. And then Once Upon a Time, Hollywood was nominated for the Palme d'Or, but lost to Parasite, and we already know how that went.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I mean, I'll say this with Doom. I have not read the book. I don't know anything about Doom, but hell yeah, please put it in there. Put it in.
I know a little bit about Doom.
However you pronounce his last name. Amazing.
Denis Villeneuve?
Sure, yeah, that. Trey, you've read the book, right?
I read a comic of half of the book, which I guess I don't know. I don't remember who gave it to me. I'm sorry.
Weird.
Yeah, I don't know. But
Anyway,
because I guess only the first half of the book's being adapted because I guess the Dune's going to be a two-parter. I don't really know. I've heard different things.
Yeah, I think Dune might be a two-parter.
Which, okay, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, and then
If
Eternals.
I do, then I know everything that's going to happen in the first movie. And you do it. To be fair enough, there's a lot that happens in the first half of the Dune story.
Right. And then we
I
got
know
Eternal.
who's going to die.
You know who dies?
I know who's going to die.
Oh.
if you spoil, bring your neck. Yes.
I don't know
Okay.
anything about Dune, but don't tell me because I'm gonna watch the movie.
I want to go into this movie completely blind.
Because, listen, I will tell you now, there's, from a great story that I've read, and with this fantastic director whose movies I've watched, there's no way this movie's going to be bad. It's impossible.
Not David Lynch bad.
No.
Okay.
Hell, I'm actually watching Twin Peaks right now, so I might actually watch 84 Dune after I finish Twin Peaks.
That's cool.
I'm not gonna watch 84 Dune. I want to go in blind. I've been watching more movies lately, and I really did consider watching some old renditions of modern movies. And I was like, I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
And then we got Colin Farrell Total Recall.
Anyways,
All
let's about Eternals going into cans. Do we see this happening?
Yeah, I don't see it winning anything, but I definitely see it going there.
Yeah, I know the French Dispatch is gonna get in. I think it might go into cans. I know there's talks of it.
Wait, is that the new West movie?
Yep. The one with Timothée Chalamet and glitter.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's that. But I mean, I really hope Eternals might get into cans, because if that's the case, then this movie can maybe convince cinephiles that this movie is all about that.
Guys, I understand you might not like the Marvel formula, but this movie got something for you.
Yeah,
I mean,
there isn't really much of a Marvel formula anymore, and I like that people are starting to acknowledge that they're
open their interests.
Yeah,
and it's not. And it's like Chloe Zhao, she just won 2 Oscars.
She should have won 3.
Well, what's the third one?
Well, she shouldn't have won it, but we all know what award that movie did not win. That should have won.
Oh, in terms of the movie, not Chloe Zhao as the filmmaker.
Yeah, that is supposed to remember. I'm gonna get a dig in every time I can. That was, what you did, Oscars. That's the biggest robbery or stupid thing you've done. I still have my anytime I talk about the Oscars, I still have my stupid thing that I always gotta point out. But what you did.
Right. So yeah, do you guys think Dune and Eternals might go into cans, both of them?
Very possible.
Like I said, Dune has the ability to be, a groundbreaking sci-fi movie. So I'm not surprised. Eternals, I'm gonna say not because of the quality of the movie. I'm gonna say because the reputation. But I just think people like cans or whatever, they're just gonna be like, oh, it's a Marvel movie, we're not gonna do it, which is stupid. But it's something I think is gonna happen.
Right.
It's Oscars before.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see Eternals might not getting into it because it's Marvel.
Mm-hmm. I just don't like people writing it off because it's Marvel, though. But I definitely see that being a possibility.
I mean, this is cans. I feel like we had to emphasize cans. CANNES.
Cans is a big deal.
Yeah, and actually, fun fact. Actually,
it's the Oscars, but respected.
Exactly. Fun fact, actually, I worked on this documentary last year in February, and the guy who I was working for, he said the documentary might get into cans.
Hey, look at you over there, Mohammad, doing big business things.
Cool.
But I was the production assistant, so.
That's still really cool just to be.
Hey, man, that's still resume kind of shit, Mohammad. Remember that.
And this is the same guy who wants me to write the superhero movie script for.
Sheesh.
Damn.
So I mean, if the movie I'm writing for it becomes a banger, and it gets into cans and it gets into TIFF, Don't say I didn't warn you. Don't say
All
I
right,
didn't warn
man. Remember your humble beginnings before you're famous.
Yeah,
Jesus, man.
forget us.
you. No, I won't forget you guys, but I will forget some people. Won't be dropping names. But yeah.
Drop names, drop like it's hot.
But yeah. Cans. It's all about that shit. So, any thoughts about cans? Say so now or forever hold your peace.
I just want Eternals to get in, man. I feel like superhero movies just they don't. This will be a big like leap in like getting respected.
This has
Yeah.
potential. Eternals
Because
has
the
potential.
Oscars finally, opened their eyes, and that's fine, but we don't respect them anymore. So,
I will never forgive the Oscars for giving Brad Pitt the Oscar instead of Joe Pesci and Al Pacino for
It's-
Godfather Part 2.
No, listen, it's not for Irishmen, but it's not that. It's the fact that Pence and Defoe weren't even nominated. That's the problem.
That's a crime.
That's a genuine. They should be arrested for that. You're gonna give Brad Pitt for just playing. You're gonna give Brad Pitt an Oscar for playing Brad Pitt. Fine, but you're not gonna even nominate probably the two best performances of 2019. Get the fuck out. Stop with that.
Real talk, man.
Real talk.
And with like Pesci,
But listen, the Oscars just don't respect horror. That's been said for so many years. They don't. They respect comic book movies more than horror, and that's ridiculous.
The Oscars just don't respect anything that's not a drama.
Yeah, and that's so dumb.
But yeah,
like a movie. How do I put this? I don't know how to put this.
all right. Well, enough with our Oscar slander. Let's talk about You want to talk about Snyder? Let's talk about Army of the Dead because Trey has some few things to say. Then we'll talk about his.
I got a couple things because
try
listen.
not to spoil it because I still might watch it.
I'm not gonna spoil it, but I'm just gonna hint at a couple things because listen. I enjoyed most of the movie. It is a fantastic 2-hour movie, but Snyder had to be Snyder and make it long.
How long is it?
It's 2.5 hours, but it really didn't need to be.
You could. It's 2.5 hours. He's probably limiting himself a lot.
Fair. Listen. Even Netflix joked about this being Snyder cut. You didn't need to tell me. I could tell. This is everything Snyder had. He threw everything but the kitchen sink in here, and he only didn't put that in because he put that in Batman v Superman. But yes, but this movie's Snyder. I've heard him make the sequel argument that he wants to do a sequel, and I don't think he should because he put threads in here that I think are best left not touched upon because it's more of a null because if he put these threads in here to do a sequel, won't like them as much. Because I didn't like them when I saw them more and thought them, I was like, wow, I'm thinking about this movie now. I kind of like that. It's like in a Nolan way. But if you're putting these threads in here so you can talk about them later, I'm not going to like it as much. Listen, you had a great premise. A zombie heist movie, that is awesome. I want more original stuff like that from today's writers because we're filled with sequels and reboots. And I like some of those things, but I prefer original ideas. I prefer to see classics today. And Army of the Dead could have. I'm not going to say it's not going to be that, but I wish it was just a zombie heist movie. And it's fine. Snyder went for more of that. If you like that, that's fine. Sometimes I just like to watch a simple movie. And if you edit it enough to where it's just that nice 2-hour zombie heist movie, it's great. But you add in more to it, and I don't like it as much. Well, I'm just going to say the opening of this movie here's another thing to do. This movie shows how the zombies come to be. And I'm a little on the fence about it because I don't really care or needed to see that happen. It's like you don't really see how the zombies or the aliens come in a lot of these movies because you don't need to know. They're there. That's all that matters. But they show it. And granted, I didn't really want to see it, but the way it happens is so funny that I'm kind of glad it was included. I'm not going to spoil it because it's too funny to spoil, but it's so good that I love it.
All right, yeah. So, do you want to write it out of 10?
No, I can't. 'Cause I might. No, I'm not.
All right, you guys want to
If you love Snyder movies, you will love this movie. I have no doubt about that. But if you don't like his formula of filmmaking, you won't like this as much. But I'd still somewhat recommend it. Just give it a little bit of a watch.
Here's what I think for Snyder. I think Snyder can make a good movie if three things. One, he gets a good script. He doesn't write the script. He doesn't have any say on the story or the script. Just give him a good script. Drop the slow motions and drop the music choices.
Yes, I don't like. Well, it's not in this movie. It's more of in the Snyder cut. I don't like Zack Snyder's taste in music.
I think Zack Snyder would benefit a lot from a co-director, not someone who not someone. How do I put it? Not
Like a cinematographer.
Here's what you need. He needs someone to tell him no.
Yeah,
that's what he needs. Not a company like Warner Brothers telling him no, but someone personal like if Christopher Nolan's in his corner telling him, okay, you can do it, but you got to do this in a certain way. He just needs to be told no a couple times. Not a lot, but a few.
Has their own vision. He should have someone who's there to hone his.
Yes. Because he gets. Here's a good example. He gets lost in his vision. That's a good way to put it.
Yes, that's a really good way to put it. All right, do you guys want to talk about Soho?
Oh, there's one more thing about Snyder.
What?
This is Snyder pitched a Star Wars movie. It was going to be like a Seventh Samurai-esque.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, this is not Star Wars. This is sci-fi. This isn't Star Wars. This is just straight up sci-fi.
Well, no. Here's the thing.
It's this as a Star Wars movie, and now he's reworking it as a straight up sci-fi.
Yeah, that's the thing. He pitched it to Lucasfilm, but it never went through. So now he's going to.
Frankly, I'm super excited for this. Zack Snyder as sci-fi, I feel like that could work really well.
Yeah, but again, like I said about this movie, just make it simple. Okay, I don't need a universe. I just need a movie, a single movie with a start and an end. Nothing beyond, nothing before. Just a movie.
Make a good movie first. Forget about the setup.
Because Snyder he loves universe building, and that's kind of an issue. Just make a movie, just one movie.
That's Hollywood in general now. I want movies. I want movies again.
Because we're getting lost in cinematic universes now. This is just a problem with films. We're getting lost in universes and reboots where we want to go back to the days we just got one movie, just one nice movie.
I like so one movie, and then just finishing the movie and just going about my day, and not having to be like, all right, when am I gonna watch the sequel? And I got working some time on the TV show, and I guess I gotta buy this book now, and I gotta get the visual dictionary. I'm just gonna can I just watch a movie, please? Guys,
honestly,
and can it not be 4 hours? Christ, just let me watch an hour and a half movie.
Oh, you're gonna love what I gotta right.
And Trey was like, "Hey Kyle, you should watch the extended edition." And I'm like, "Okay, how long is it? 4 hours?" I'm like, "I'll just watch the theatrical." Okay, that one's 3 hours. What kind of time do you think I have?
Yeah, Kyle.
Lord of the Rings time,
Why
baby.
do you guys think I don't watch movies? I don't have time for shit like this.
Kyle, you're not gonna like Seven Samurai. Unfortunately.
No, not.
Dude, Seven Samurai is dope, but it's a little long.
I'm not gonna lie. I haven't seen it, but I'm mentally preparing myself.
Dude,
I'm
so
gonna watch
good.
it. I'm gonna watch it.
It's so good.
I'm aware. I'm gonna watch it either way, and I'm looking forward to it. But I'm just gonna prepare myself.
Actually, speaking of samurai, I'm a little surprised Snyder said Seven Samurai because I know for a fact he likes the Yojimbo more. I'm surprised he didn't say more Yojimbo. Granted, Seven Samurai and Yojimbo, they are not the same movie. But if he does plan on doing a sci-fi Seven Samurai, that's okay. I don't doubt Snyder loves that movie too. But if he does want to do just a simple samurai thing, I'm surprised he's not trying to go more in the Yojimbo direction.
Honestly, he could just made a samurai movie in general.
I really want to see that.
Granted, I do want to see more. Listen, I'm going to tell you this now. If Robert Eggers does a samurai movie, my life has been complete. I want that.
Oh,
now that I put that in my head, I want nothing else.
Hey, wait, what movie?
Oh, Robert Eggers samurai movie.
Oh, Robert Eggers?
I'm sorry, Robert Eggers. Yes.
That could work.
That would be so good.
Dude,
That'd be
that
so
could
good.
work, bro.
That'd be so good.
Yo, we got pitches to Robert Eggers right now.
Yeah. Come on, I'm a DM.
Get him on the line. Get him on the line.
Get him on the line. Text this man. Get him in chat.
Kidnap him. Strap him down. We gotta pitch it to him.
Come on.
We can't let some.
It's so good.
We can't let some greedy capitalist producers take the idea now.
No, you gotta do it. Man. It's too good. It's just it's perfect.
It makes sense. It makes sense. It works. It just works.
His filmmaking style, his writing, it all just comes together.
Listen, I know I promised myself I would never do this again, but this is cinema.
God damn it!
It's cinema.
Preach, brother, preach.
So long. You had such a streak going.
I had to let it out, man.
Fine.
I had to let it out.
A card.
Kyle, I'm not sorry.
You should be.
No, man.
But that was expected, though. Like, no, you shouldn't be sorry. Mohammad should be.
Oh, screw you, Kyle.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways.
All right.
Let's talk about
Soho.
Yes.
Oh, this movie look good. I like this. This movie look good. Edgar Wright, I missed you, buddy. I missed you. You've been gone. You've been absent for a minute. I missed you.
4 years.
Come back with a vengeance.
Edgar Wright's style isn't really something that I particularly enjoy, so I don't know if I'm for this. But like, I acknowledge it. It's just not really a style I like.
Yeah, okay. You do you, but I love my Edgar Wright movies. Like Baby Driver, I love it. Granted, we live in Atlanta, and there's no way Baby Driver could exist in Atlanta. There's no way.
It's just Scott Pilgrim was just a lot. Like,
no, Scott Pilgrim started a whole generation of males who just think they're hot shit, but they're not.
Yeah.
Quote me on that.
I don't really like Scott Pilgrim that it just didn't sit right with me. Like,
man, well, it's one of my favorite movies ever. So fuck you. But anyway, yes,
it's a top 10 comic book movie.
But yes, Edgar Wright dipping his toe in horror. You had my curiosity, but now I've seen this trailer. You have my attention.
I'm gonna watch it day one either way, and it's gonna come out the same day the French Dispatch is coming out, October 22nd.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I might just go back to back. Okay, I'm gonna go watch this Edgar Wright movie. Now I go watch this Wes Anderson movie.
Hell yeah.
That's a day. That's a day.
I went on a whole rant about Edgar Wright's style before realizing that I had accidentally left the call.
Wow.
But the point is, I don't really like his style, and I don't really like Scott Pilgrim.
That's not the first person. That's not the first time someone said that to me.
I probably not the only person who has that opinion. Like,
film is subjective.
I just do not.
Yeah, screw you. I love Scott Pilgrim.
I just do not like his style. That's like, I'm gonna be in your face for the sake of it, and look how quirky I am. This movie is different. Look at this crazy thing I'm doing. Wow, look, people don't usually act like this. Oh my God, her name is Knives. That's not really a name. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
but I feel like it's supposed to be like a. It's supposed to be
a joke, Kyle. I get you might not get the joke, but it's still a joke.
I got that it was a joke. I understand that it was a joke, but like I didn't laugh once during that movie.
Yeah, comedy's subjective.
Yeah.
You ever heard of? Oh my God, not Joker.
We live in
God.
Anything else about Edgar Wright and Last Night in Soho?
Good.
Movie looked good. I'm a little because when I see this, I'm a little so. Because is Matt Smith playing Sean Connery? I'm a little confused. Because this movie's gonna be time travel, and this girl's going back in time, and I see a Thunderball movie issue in the theater, and she walks in, and I see Matt Smith, and I'm like, in a tuxedo, I'm like, is Matt Smith playing Sean Connery? He is. I kind of like that.
I think that's the point, but I don't think they're gonna. You know what I mean?
I don't know. They didn't do like a lot of dialogue in the trailer, which they didn't do that in another trailer we're going to talk about soon. But like I said, it's the beauty of trailers. They have me hooked, but I don't know a lot, and that's why I'm hooked.
You see, to make things simple, a trailer is supposed to blue ball you.
Yes, literally.
You can quote me on that. Quote me on that. That should have been my senior quote.
Don't worry, Mom. It's gonna be mine.
Yes, take it. I'm passing the torch to you now. Or just say,
Bless.
What
Was
was
it?
What was your senior quote?
oh, I didn't pick a senior quote.
Oh, you didn't?
Bro.
No.
Come on, you watched so many movies and you didn't even pick a movie quote?
Honestly, I could have just said,
So I know Sophie picked a Superman quote.
Bless.
it was going to be either thanks, Quizlet, or I showed my mom Fight Club for the first time and now she's not the same person anymore.
Those would have both.
Bruh. That would come on.
I know. But it's too late. I kind of forgot about high school, if you want my honest take. After graduation, I didn't even bother to stop by seeing my friends. I know you were there. I was like, how the hell were you there?
Yeah, I was there.
Why are you
Yeah.
Trey?
You were.
I volunteered to help record graduation.
Yeah, you
so,
were the camera
I
operator.
saw everybody. Yeah. Getting work in cinematography a little early.
It's got a little experience now, huh?
Yes, sir.
But yeah, I just didn't go see my friends. I just went home and then went to get some pizza. Just went home, played some Minecraft, and slept.
Honestly, that was probably a good idea for you because I had to wait to pack up a little bit, and it was very hard to get out of there.
I was gonna probably watch. I was gonna consider watching Spider-Man, the original one, but I was like, nah.
Sleep.
But yeah, that's my graduation story. Sorry, it's not very compelling or very romantic.
Okay,
So-
can we talk about Eternals now?
Finally, after
What about Eternals? I don't know what you guys talking about. What's
Trey,
Eternals?
the bit. Can we talk about it now?
I'm sorry, I was asleep, Kyle. I didn't watch it.
Yeah, I had to wake Trey up because I was spam texting him because he was asleep when the trailer dropped, and oh my god, that trailer. Whew!
Dude, we've been waiting a year for this. You know what? I'm unfiltering. I don't care. I waited a fucking year for this trailer. And goddamn, not only was this trailer good, this trailer came out on my graduation day.
That's crazy.
I was like, how the hell is this possible? Is this not only is it a trailer I've been looking forward to for a year now, it comes out on my graduation day. That's like, bro,
That's fake.
that's crazy.
This trailer was amazing. Like, can I just say, it was great.
It's amazing. I don't care what anyone tells me. Okay, I'm gonna go on a little tangent over here, little rant. To all the people who say all this SJW shit and how they're race genuine, shut the fuck up. Please shut the fuck up. I know for a fact you did not give a damn about the Eternals before Chloe Zhao her name was on this project. And to all the people saying you're disrespecting Kirby's work, Kirby's dead. Bury it.
That's a bit far.
I'm sorry, but like it doesn't matter what he thinks.
That not disrespecting Kirby's work, but come on. Like, you don't need to say that.
I mean, am I wrong?
Yes, that is factual, but like, that's a bit far. Come on.
I wouldn't say that they're disrespecting Kirby's work.
Yeah, no, it's not. Like, this is very respectful of Kirby's work. They even like ported over the original costumes from the original comics.
I'm not talking about like how it's not. I'm talking about the people who say it is.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, they're wrong. Mama, these are people who have not read any Eternals comic.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest with you. I didn't know who the Eternals was before they announced it at SDCC.
I know. I've read a little bit of Neil Gaiman's run, but only like an issue.
I have the Neil Gaiman run, so
is it good?
It's good. It's really good.
I should probably pick up the whole thing.
You should. It's on Amazon. I think I got it. Oh well, my aunt got it for me for a reasonable price because I know at the time she used to work at Amazon, and I think she's working back there again. Okay, so for the hardcover, it's $24.
For a hardcover.
For the paperback, it's $19.
Okay, that's a bit much for a paperback, but the hardcover is pretty reasonably priced. Some people are getting pretty bold with how they price their hardcovers.
I mean, that's Amazon, so
yeah.
You can always stop by a comic book shop, but then you'll probably counter people. You can
Boys. Why are we talking about prices for comic books when we should be talking about this trailer we've been waiting to talk about since we started this podcast?
One thing about this trailer is a couple months ago, not even like probably over a year ago now, Kumail Nanjiani mentioned how this movie had a Bollywood dance number in it. And at the time, I was like, no way, no. And then we got
But then we got a taste. Yeah,
we
Dude.
saw a little bit of it in this trailer.
Dude,
Oh my god.
I knew for a fact that growing up watching Bollywood movies would bite me in the ass. This is giving me nightmares.
It's everything about this trailer just looks so good.
Bro, this is destiny for you. It's destiny.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Listen, my parents are only going to watch this movie because of Kumail, because we are Pakistani Muslims, and they love him so much. I just want to see the reaction when we start seeing a Bollywood dance number and we start hearing him like doing lip syncing.
It'll be great. It'll be amazing.
No, I'm just gonna not look. I'm just gonna close my eyes. I'm not watching it.
Embrace it, Mohammad. This is your destiny.
I don't want to embrace my past.
Embrace your past to improve your future.
Improve what future? I'm never gonna make a Bollywood movie. Hell no. You ever seen a Bollywood movie?
Maybe.
Have you?
Okay, name one.
I feel like it's something you'd remember.
I'm gonna be real with you. Bollywood movie is a very loose, term of because I could have seen one. I just don't know it.
Bollywood, it's hard to define.
You name a movie, I might have seen it.
Some movies have like Bollywood style dance numbers. Like the Aladdin remake had a Bollywood style dance number, but that is not a Bollywood movie.
3 Idiots. Have you seen it?
That's what this
No.
podcast is called.
3 Idiots is a Bollywood movie.
Come on, that was funny. Come on, anyone? All right,
No, wait. What did you say?
I said that's what this podcast should be called.
Oh yeah, that's true.
That is true.
But no, it's like about like these 3 kids, these 3 guys who go into like technical college, like I think an engineering college, and they just like do stupid shit.
Yeah, that makes sense. That sounds funny.
It is a comedy. But then like one guy falls in love with like this girl, but the girl just so happens to be like the headmaster's daughter at the college they're going to.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. And then they break out like 5, probably 10 dance numbers. It's probably on Netflix.
So one thing about the Eternals trailer I really loved is how they kept the dialogue to a minimum. Like,
oh yeah,
well, it's not just that. It's that this majority trailer was voiceover that explains who these people are, which we need that. We need to be explaining who people are because a lot of people don't know. These are like very much so D tier list characters. But which I'm happy that we got narration, but just the small taste of dialogue at the end of this trailer makes me like, yeah. Fun family banter at the end of this trailer. I'm like, yeah.
Do you guys? How do you guys feel about the Captain America shields?
Oh, it doesn't bother me.
Like, I'm a little confused with the first one because like the first one is a medieval shield that has the Captain America printing on it. So
I just think it's like because it's quite clear that these people have been on Earth. They've seen a lot of things. So I just think they've heard about Captain America from others. They felt inspired, and they just wanted to make a little shield about it.
There's one line in this trailer that's really like sticking with me. It's basically the Watchers thing was like, now we have to interfere. What's causing them to have to interfere?
The deviants.
Yeah, this is worse than Captain Marvel. Like, you guys were asleep for Aliens and Thanos.
Okay, I want to say something about this.
I don't think it's the deviants because in the comics the deviants are like an ever-present force. So it's either the deviants do something different or they just appear now, which would be different.
Okay, so I know when it comes to deviants, I know Thanos is like a hybrid of an Eternal and a deviant.
Yes.
But I saw this one video by Comics Explained, and he, I think, published a video right after the trailer dropped, and he was talking about how usually the Celestials would judge planets, and if they approve of it, then the planet gets to live, and if they disapprove of it, then the world gets destroyed. So maybe that could be the case. The Celestials are coming, and they see how Earth is doing, and they're like, okay, we got to save this planet. And then deviants come along, and we do see deviants in this trailer. Yeah, but it's not like you don't get to see there's not a shot of them. It's like in the background. Like when you see Gilgamesh like holding on to I think Angelina Jolie's hand, you can see a deviant in the background, and then you see Kingo just like sliding between deviant's legs. They look like very liquid sort of deal.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's probably the case. Or maybe deviants were kind of like infecting this planet, but we just don't know. And maybe the Celestials just found out about it, and so they're like, "Okay, Eternals, you said you would protect this planet, but now that this is happening, we got to kill this planet." And they're like, "No, don't do it." So I guess throughout the whole movie, they're just trying to stop the deviants and convince the Celestials. And we haven't even seen Celestials in this trailer. I was hoping we could, but oh well.
I don't know, because like I feel like that's something you could be like, hey, we'll save Celestials in the MCU for see on the big screen.
The Celestials are going to be like the spectacle, like that's going to be like set dressing,
I wouldn't be surprised if when Marvel does drop another trailer for Eternals, that's like the money shot. We see a Celestial.
I think
that could be it too.
Because I remember in the Neil Gaiman run, there's a whole panel, and it takes up like both sides of the book of just a Celestial just standing in the middle of a field, and Iron Man is just right in front of it.
I want the Celestials to be like scary. Like I want this physically.
Like not. I wouldn't say it's scary, it's just imposing.
What now is a Celestial like floating in front of Earth, slightly hunched over, like looking like it's gonna grab it, and it's a scary image I'm picturing in my head, and I just want to see like in live action like a huge Celestial sending a chill down the spine as it approaches Earth.
Like if we're gonna compare, I want to compare it to Doom, where we see the worm in the trailer.
Yes.
That moment, like the oh shit moment.
Like it's approaching Earth as the music swells. Like and like we get like a really big like grasp of its size.
Yeah, and then in fact they shot a scene. I think it was a fight scene on a volcano.
Yeah.
And then they use like film, not digital cameras.
Could I don't really know how Black Knight's gonna fit into this, but could it just be Icarus versus Black Knight? Can I see my Starks fighting?
I really want to see the Black Knight costume. I want to see how he factors into this movie.
I feel like maybe
the Lord Commander gets a pass for everything except for the final season of Game of Thrones. So I'm interested to see what his role will be in this.
What can Black Knight do in the comics other than just having a sword? Do we actually know if he like has any other powers?
Nah.
Maybe he has.
All I know is our Lord Commander's playing him.
Maybe he has all black the Necro sword, which is the sword Hela had in Thor Ragnarok.
That could probably be the case. I don't know.
That sword belongs to Null in the comics, who's like the symbiote god.
Mm-hmm.
I know just by the set photos, it looks like Black Knight and Cersei are gonna have like a thing going on, and then when you look at the trailer, you see Icarus and Cersei having a thing going. So maybe it could be like a little fight, and then maybe like Black Knight does know about the Eternals, but I guess he's keeping it as a secret.
Yeah, I think that's the way it's gonna go.
And then maybe like Icarus would be like, "Hey, you should piss off, dude," and then Dane is gonna be like, "Bro, I know who you are. Stop lying."
Dude, why are you even...
Listen, I pity the person who watches Eternals with me, because I'll just be yelling Robb Stark and Jon Snow the entire time if they fight.
Dude, I will be a different person after this movie. I don't care. Listen, if I finally decide to get into a relationship with someone, which I doubt, they better...
Don't doubt yourself. You'll get into a relationship.
I hope the person prays to God that I don't go on a nerdgasm and just talk about sci-fi and Greek mythology and all of this.
When this movie comes out, I'm going to be an insufferable person to be around.
Dude,
I will be a different person.
Like, here, listen, I know it's very obvious this is going to happen, but, considering, we're definitely now, well, not definitely, but, like, considering just the Thor set photos that we just saw about my thing, I'm just going to say it out loud so people can hear us. Could Theta just have one funny throwaway line about Thanos being a prick cousin? Please.
Yeah, in fact, Dina and Angelina Jolie's character and Thanos are cousins.
Yeah,
Just have a nice story. Just have a nice, funny. Either wait, honestly, it could be a plot point too. Hey, my cousin decimated half the universe. That's something that people might not trust me for because of my bloodline.
Yeah.
Either that or a funny throwaway line. I'll take both.
Like frankly, I wouldn't trust her. Like your cousin killed everyone. Screw you.
Your cousin killed trillions.
Because I know in the Neil Gaiman run, Thena does have a kid, and apparently, Eternals aren't supposed to interfere with humans, and they're not supposed to like do stuff with them.
Yeah.
But at the same time, Phastos is a gay character in the movie, so I don't know how that's gonna work out. So there's that. I wouldn't be surprised if, I don't know how that's gonna work, cause like you have Thena, who I don't know. I don't know how that's gonna work out. If that's gonna be the case, I know Sprite is probably, I think, is one of the oldest Eternals, and like, I guess in the comics it's a he. He can like really manipulate people and like repress memories or suppress memories. Because I know in the Neil Gaiman run, most of the Eternals don't know who they are, that they're actually Eternals.
Yeah.
Like, even Makari in the comics, in the Gaiman run, he doesn't realize that he's an Eternal until Icarus goes up to him and tells him like, "Yo, you're an Eternal," and then he's like, "What?" So there's that.
Yeah.
I
was really hoping they would adapt the Neil Gaiman run and have that be a thing, but
that could be the case. I mean, that would be dope.
This is still good though. Like this is still going to be. I have no doubt this is going to be one of the best, if not the best, MCU movies.
I hope it's the best MCU movie. I am prepared.
Well, I hope all MCU movies are the best one.
No, but I'm talking about this movie in particular because this movie is pretty special in general.
Yeah.
Like, listen, this movie shows, because there is. Well, I don't want to say there's no way because Feige let a Guardians movie happen, and so he's very much aware that if he slaps a Marvel logo to a D-list comic book team, that they will just skyrocket to start. Because before 2014, if you told somebody that there was a raccoon on a Marvel team, they'd be like, "There's a raccoon on the Avengers," and they're like, "No, that's probably the Guardians of the Galaxy." Who the fuck are the Guardians of the Galaxy?
If they could logo on anything and make it happen, fuck it, Stiltman the movie.
Honestly,
hell, you can just Squirrel Girl. Slap it.
She's not D-list anymore. She's like B-list.
Yeah.
B-list, C-list, D-list, F-list. What's next?
We're probably get Fantastic Four and X-Men. Who knows?
I want to talk about the opening, like the first couple seconds of the trailer, because it looked gorgeous.
It was seriously beautiful.
Well, this entire movie looked gorgeous, and if Chloe gets if this movie gets snubbed again for cinematography, I'm gonna lose a brain cell.
Dude, that big ass triangle ship coming from the distance in the clouds. I love spectacle. I just like in movies when things are big. I do not know why. I just think it's cool. I like spectacle a lot. And I really like this movie handles spectacle really well. You know what I mean?
And not only that, we don't get to see the civilization they're going to, because we know for a fact, just by their costumes and how it looks, that this is from the past. And they did say this movie's going to span generations upon generations.
Mm-hmm.
And then I know people are joking, where were they during slavery or the Holocaust?
But
Thanos.
Yeah, I know they're gonna have to address Thanos. That's the elephant in the room.
Yeah,
because if you're saying
connected universe, you can't just ignore, especially when Thanos is like technically a part of the Eternals.
Exactly, or unless like something did happen between Thanos and the Eternals between Infinity War and Endgame.
Like,
you
literally can't not mention.
To be fair, Mohammad, there is something that happened with Thanos and Eternals between Infinity War and Endgame. Thanos died.
Yeah.
Well, that's true.
I feel like a half Eternal dying is going to be a pretty big deal.
I feel like maybe an Eternal might die in this movie.
I would imagine so. I imagine a couple of them would die.
It's a D&D elf thing where I'm pretty sure where like they live until killed. Like they're immortal. They're functionally immortal.
Yeah.
Forever, but they can be killed.
Yeah, apparently Eternals can't die.
They're called Eternals for a reason.
Yeah, but they can be killed.
Yeah.
I feel like Fastos might die. Because apparently, the guy who's playing the partner, the gay partner, I think his name is Haz Slimane. He said that the kiss was so like emotional, and it was apparently like a sacrifice thing. So that could be the case. And then
I think Icarus and Cersei will die.
but when you look at the trailer, you see Brian Tyree Henry Fastos, like he's like on the floor crying, and then you see Ajax like comforting him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just got a feeling about Icarus. I just got a feel. You could even do like a too close to the sun thing if you want to be really on board with them. But
It's not just that, but Richard Madden's very famous for dying.
Yes. The only other person who's more famous for it is Sean Bean.
Well, it's not. Well, Richard Madden isn't really known for dying in a lot of things. He's more famous for dying famously.
Yes.
Oh well. Wait.
I just imagine the shot of Icarus and Cersei comforting each other while they die. I don't know.
Wait, hang on.
Be cool. All right.
Wait. So I'm watching.
Drury is also definitely dead.
Oh, we're not. We haven't even started this Eternals Con. We have a lot to talk about. For me, at least.
Yeah,
so I'm looking at the trailer right now, and we see Sprite just singing. I think we see 2 people on the floor sleeping. And they're on a plane, and then we saw the Captain America shield, the other one.
Which it's cool that they have that, because like if anyone has that, I mean, it'd probably be them.
Mostly, I like how Steve Rogers is like when now he's retired, and that's how I thought when we're we're seeing him as a larger in life figure because when he's there, we still feel that, but now that he's gone, he just feels like such a powerful, imposing figure,
Yeah,
like he's lurking.
He left his mark, and he left it correctly.
Right. But yeah, I also want to talk about not the last shot, but before the title card, we see the Eternals, the where all of them are just looking at the camera. That looks cool. That shot looks pretty.
That's a nice group shot. That's nice.
I usually get annoyed when colors are too muted. The colors look good here. I don't even care. Like that was a good ass shot.
It really is, man.
And also, it feels good to know that was shot on location. It just feels good.
Even Chloe Zhao and Feige fought for shooting this movie on location because Disney didn't want to do that. They want to shoot this movie on a soundstage.
I love that Feige fights for his directors. I love that.
Even Zhao was like, she pitched it. Like, apparently she was going to be she was originally intended for Black Widow, but there was Eternals. Because
her and Feige definitely had to, kick down Disney's door by like, hey, do you remember Guardians of the Galaxy? Remember where you almost said no to that? Guess what now? People want Baby Groot toys all day, baby.
Mainly...
Just imagine what Eternals going to do.
I think mainly towards Alan Horn, because he's the person who gets to call the shots, and like Feige had to report to him.
Yeah.
So there's that.
Because you could tell, like, another reason why this cast is stacked is because of, the low namesake of Eternals.
Honestly. Yeah. And then, like, I made this joke that this movie will end racism. But, like, this cast is so diverse, I wouldn't be surprised.
Listen, it's definitely not, but,
it's not how that works. But, yeah, keep dreaming, buddy.
I know. But, like, it's just... This is a special movie. I'm going to say that. No, it's a special one.
This movie is, like something different. Not even in the MCU, just in the landscape of cinema.
Yeah. I mean, sure, Infinity War is a special movie, but this one's... I'd go as far as saying it's a more special movie than Infinity War, because it's just like...
I think it's a bit too early to tell that, but
here's where I'd come from with that. Infinity War was special from the culmination of a 10-year arc and saga. This is more of a, we know what's already coming from this, that this could leave its mark on the world,
Yes.
And then now that
I really hope this movie's good, because if it's not, we're gonna have to apologize for a little bit.
Do we think this movie is getting a sequel, and do we think these characters are going to show up?
Apparently, they are making a sequel.
Okay.
I think they're making a sequel, and I think they have this movie has to leave its impact on the MCU. Otherwise, there's a reason Feige let this happen. It's not going to be a one and done deal. This is going to leave its mark on the universe.
I don't see much of a way the Eternals can like come like Black Knight. Yeah, you can have him come back, but like these Eternals are just too powerful just to kind of have like a back. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I feel like since this is more like a passion project, like a more solo movie, because Zhao is the one intended for it, I don't see these characters like joining, a Doctor Strange movie. I
don't know, man. Icarus was pretty okay with leading the Avengers.
I think cameos aplenty. Like,
probably
we will see these characters again, no doubt.
Yeah, but I feel like they're so special that you can't really have them on the sidelines unless like you're gonna make another gigantic movie like Secret Wars.
Oh god, a Secret Wars movie with them as like, oh my god, a 2-part Secret Wars movie and sandwiched between them is the Eternals 2, and they're like trying to stop it. Oh my god.
Or if they dedicate a whole phase of just Secret War. Instead of calling like Phase 6, make it like Phase Secret Wars.
Oh, that'd be so cool.
So yeah. I mean, yeah. And I know Feige is trying to push this movie for like a Best Picture Oscar thing.
Which, go off, my friend. Go off.
Please do.
Go do it. I mean, you got Chloe Zhao who won 2 Oscars, and the 2 Oscars are the top tier prizes.
Yeah, listen, we have praised Feige's intelligence a lot, and he knows that. Like, listen, we're never gonna get an Oscar for Avengers Endgame, all right? But Eternals, that's got market.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, it doesn't like. I don't know. It looks real.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know what I have to say about this movie. What is there to say about this movie?
It
looks nice.
Like, I don't really know. It just looks so good.
It really does. I'm looking at like screenshots of it, and I'm seeing the whole dance number now.
So good for that.
And when you look at the costume Kingo's wearing in the dance number, it looks like it gives out the Eternal vibes.
Mm-hmm.
Like mostly Icarus. So there's that.
Yeah.
The colors kind of stand out, in terms of like, during the whole ancient civilization times. A lot of silhouettes, shadows. I think Barry Keoghan's character, Druid, I think he's gonna own like a land. He's gonna have like his own village there. And so like I guess the Eternals are gonna like meet up. Because apparently Druid and Icarus are cousins. I could be wrong on that.
I think that's right. I think.
Probably. So I don't know. But I know he's not a particularly good guy.
Well, like, it's even like, I don't know a lot about Eternals, but I could tell that he was, he was a little up to something. It's again why this movie, I can already tell this movie should be at least nominated for cinematography, because it's just the way that this stuff is shot, where you can trust who you know is good, but feel a little, shit with other people.
Oh dang.
We're gonna have to interview.
But yeah, I mean, if we do get a trilogy, what would you want to see from the second Eternals movie?
I don't know.
I can't answer that because I don't know anything of what we're going to see in the first one. Like, I don't know where they can build to because I don't know where the base is. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I just want them to be in the universe. I want them to be a part of it. I want them to interact with characters.
They aren't going to be like a stray thread in the weave. I think they will have their place.
Right.
But I just want some of these characters. Like, I just want Sprite to interact with Captain America. That's all I want.
Yeah.
Okay, but in terms of the first movie, like, what's something you genuinely want to see? Doesn't matter if it's was it
spectacle, like not just the fights, just striking visuals. Like I want to hang a cell of this movie up on my wall. You know what I mean? Like I want this movie to be the most beautiful MCU movie.
I thought you said Kirby sparkles, the little dots Kirby draws in this comic book.
Spectacle.
Yeah, I thought you said something else, but yeah. What about you, Trey?
Relationships, family elements, like this is dialogue. We've gotten a piece of it, and I'm already like, I fuck with this. they already feel like a family after having one conversation. I like that.
Oh,
yeah.
a strong theme. A big problem a lot of MCU movies have is they kind of really forego a strong theme for like Disney movies do this in general. They forego a strong theme for a bunch of little themes. See The Last Jedi, but like I just want a strong singular theme because I think that makes for a stronger movie.
Right. Well, hell yeah.
What about you, Mohammad? What do you want to see?
Ooh, I just want to see the Celestials just being intimidating. That's all.
Yeah, very true.
Like we're obviously gonna see the Celestials, but I want to see like more of them because we did get a glimpse of them from the Guardians.
We got like a small glimpse.
We got a head. We got a dead head
with the Power Stone.
Yeah. How do you think the movie's gonna start? And then, because usually that's what I like to think of. Like for every movie I'm looking forward to, like how is it gonna start and how is it gonna end?
I don't know. I like not thinking about this because I didn't think about about how Endgame was gonna end, and that that left an impression on me.
Mm-hmm. I think maybe the movie will start with like the Celestials coming to Earth and just dropping off the Eternals, and then do what they're doing because they are like scientists in a way.
All right, kids, be back by 4.
Yeah,
like, I think this movie will definitely start out. I don't want to say exposition heavy, but they're gonna have to explain a lot.
Oh yeah,
because this is this whole other side to this already huge universe that they're gonna have to explain a little bit.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Oh yeah, and then there's also Crow, the deviant. So there's that.
Yeah.
Mohammad,
I'm gonna be real with you. I've lost a lot of my steam. I think we should wrap it up.
Yeah, we surpassed 3 hours to this.
I think this is our longest episode.
It is. This is it.
Nice.
All right.
This is it, man.
All right. Who wants to do the ending quote?
I guess I could close it out, like I always do. All right, viewers, thank you for watching Avengers Endgame and listening to this podcast at the same time. We hope you see us again in the coming weeks, probably. I don't know, it's summer. We might actually do week to week again. Who knows? But if this Eternal Shore has taught us anything, you cut off one Stark, we gain 2 more.
That's clever. That was clever.